Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the City of Impact Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, box office hit global phenomenon Kevin Impact, coming to you live today in the studio. Um, Unfortunately, from what I'm being told, we're having some technical difficulties with one Devin Kiloa. Devin Kiloa is having some equipment issues that he's trying to figure out. So, in the meantime, we have arrived here on the city, episode 15, and I'd like to welcome you to it. We're going to take the time to have a little bit of fun, take some questions, see what you guys are thinking. Obviously, there's a lot of commotion going on this weekend, considering the fact that, from my understanding, starting today, because I don't watch the shit, don't hate me for it, but y'all got SummerSlam today and tomorrow, since this is going to spark the first time ever that the WWE, well, TKO's version of the WWE, is producing a two-night SummerSlam event. I personally think that's ridiculous and pointless, but business is a little tough. The company's doing whatever they have to do to remain on top, and that's how they're choosing to do business. So you guys are going to be having SummerSlam. I don't plan to watch, so this show is dedicated to the good-hearted, the smart-hearted, who really are going to put time towards something like this, time towards ideas and thoughts, and not gonna submit to what TKO is really putting on the table. But if I have to be completely fair, uh, it would appear that the shows are looking up pretty good. From my understanding, they got about 6 matches each night, and I think that that's fantastic. And a lot of championships are on the line. A lot of people getting TV time, and I think that that's great. I think that's fantastic. I think that that's how it should be every single week. But they think otherwise, and um, we are hoping to have Devin Kiloa with us momentarily as he's attempting to put together his mic. I've invited to the show a guest who's going to be involved with us, not just in the production of this episode, but also going to also be a part of the show as well. And I'll give you guys the opportunity to interact with this individual and also ask this individual questions as well. And that individual is going to be Burke Lawson, Ray Nakai, MPW owner, Moonlight Pro. So definitely Ray is definitely going to be joining us uh, as a member of this panel and also um, assisting us. We have footage that we want to go over. We have questions for Devin Kiloa. We have this program. We are live, but interestingly enough, um, I've arrived on this episode today, and you would expect this from Kevin Impact, but I ain't got no damn script. I've got caught up with so much that we have going on for this channel, for this community, and everything else that I haven't even had time to put together exactly what I would want to talk to Devin about. But I do have some questions, some interesting things that I would like to lay out. And Ray being a part of the show makes it all more interesting. So we have Ray in the background right now, attempting to work with Devin as we're trying to get him to come on the show. So excuse me, as I'm going to have to continue checking my inbox for sure. But yeah, they are trying to put it together. So while they're trying to put that together, I can see we got Nick Kai Ken in the comments. We got Shendon in the comments. Shout out to Mark Bennon. Shout out to Chris Conscience. As you guys know, the way we do things here on the city, important questions and interesting things that I think are important are always going to get highlighted, and we're going to talk about as much as we can with the time that we had. This is our show. So, we got the airtime to pretty much just do whatever the hell we want. And as I've said before in the past, when we do these things, it's a beautiful thing to have a voice. It's a blessing to be able to have a platform where you can go there and speak your mind and be as you want to be without some manipulative evil bastard trying to just put a gimmick on you or try to just downplay you, try to just kill your passion for call. We've seen these happenings time and time again. We've seen just, there's always going to be drama in call. It's just something you can never get away from. It's, with drama and call, it's like living your life and thinking that you're never ever going to get sick. At some point, you're going to get sick, you know, and just, basically, it's great. It's a blessing, even for me, speaking on my behalf, to be able to come on here and to be blessed and uh privileged enough to be able to for y'all to allow me to speak, for me to be Kevin Impact, for me to be, this voice of reason, um to call shit out when it needs to be called out, to talk about things that nobody else is going to talk about, to not be afraid to, shout, out of the biggest mountain in the world, the tallest mountain in the world, and just say what I actually think and what I actually feel. And when something is wrong, and call it out instead of a lot of people, we've seen this often in society that, you got a lot of enablers, a lot of people who are going to support individuals even when they do wrong. And um, you need to stop listening to what people are telling you. It is not okay. When someone is wrong, you don't enable them. You call them out on them. And that's just how I am. Friends, family, whomever, relationship, romantic relationship, whatever the case is, when someone is in the wrong, you call them out. You do not put that shit under the rug. Okay? Because that is how we fix things on this planet. You know, we can't fix things and make a wrong right if we're enabling, if we're being toxic, if we're just being cancer to society. It doesn't work that way, because that influence, it's inspiring and not in a good way. And that influence, when you put that into society, it flourishes and progresses, and it becomes a bigger monster and a bigger disease for society, and it just continues to consume um just the livelihood, the well-being of the wholesomeness of what we've had since the beginning of time, you know. And that, of course, would be just morals, respect, dignity, appreciation, which is something that you don't, being appreciative, being thankful, being grateful, all that type of stuff. It's just not cool. It's not what's popular. People want to be greedy. People want to be selfish. People want, you have to be, to a certain extent, I guess. But it depends. You know what I mean? It depends when you have to be selfish. I think that in JTV and in call, when you're a wrestler, you got to be a little selfish in terms of, trying to be the best, trying to win your matches, trying to climb to the top, reach for that brass ring. You have to be a little ambitious to be able to make it. Of course, absolutely. Um, but I think that you also can't let yourself become too much of a product in that sense. You know what I mean? You can't just let yourself fall to that and sort of become this product of the system, you know what I mean? But we could talk about that for days and days and days and days. I'm seeing all y'all great comments. It's good to see y'all. We got 9 people tuned in. Smash that like button. From my understanding, I'm being told that we have Devin Kiloa in the back right now, getting ready to come into the show. So at this time, we want to welcome this in some parts of call undiscovered talent, Devin Kiloa. Devin Kiloa, welcome to the City of Impact, episode
What up?
15.
What up? What up? What up?
What is going on? Love to have you here, but
Nothing much, man. I literally just woke up for this. Ah,
oh shit, man.
so if this wasn't important, I'd still be sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
oh, for sure. Oh,
So
I mean,
your
for
boy
sure.
is up. Your boy is ready.
For sure, for sure. One of the most important dates of your life, and you almost didn't make it. You know what I mean? It's a great first impression on your second bus. Wink, wink, Devin Kilo. We're gonna have some fun on this podcast. Uh,
Yep.
this is not a PG show, folks, by any stretch of the imagination. But if we're gonna have Devin Kilo here, I might as well invite another legend to the stage. We've got Ray Nakai, Burke Lawson,
Yo.
the owner of MPW. Now, we got you, but we're gonna keep you
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna keep you with us on the side. What looks best? I like. Let's keep it like this. That looks dope right there.
Yeah.
So, like to welcome you to the show, Devin. I'm glad you made it. Uh, I think we got a few interesting things to talk about. We're going to be taking questions from people in the comment section, and we're going to be talking a little bit about your career, give you the opportunity to say things you might want to get out there, tell your story, and also, maybe ask Ray some questions as well. Okay. So this episode is about you. We're going to primarily focus on you, but with Ray being there, obviously we can reference him. You know what I mean? We can go to him. So
Mhm.
I do have some footage from you I want to show. I want to bring you back, but I'm not going to just give everything away. And
Yeah.
it may sound like I'm being professional. It may sound like I have everything planned here for this show, but I came to this shit with no script. I have no script. I have a few questions. Absolutely. And I'm going to take those questions and turn it into an entire podcast just to show you the talent that Kevin Impact has. Okay. I'm like a school teacher right now. I'm like Walter White. Come on, Jesse. But we're gonna have some fun. Devin, I understand that you have been in certain places that have tried to restrict you, manipulate you, control you, stuff of that nature. It's not gonna happen here. Whatever you will want to say on the air, speak your mind. Whatever you want to say to me, you and I have had, here and there moments. You know what I mean? So we could definitely explore a lot of different things. But um, I want to rewind a little bit. Okay, I want to focus on nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take you back, and I think that me, along with everyone that's tuning in, would probably like to dig a little deep into the prehistoric history of Devin Kiloa, because you wasn't always Devin Kiloa.
Mhm.
You went through a few channels, but before you went through those few channels, that childhood was there. That school lunch was there. That first memory of seeing your first pet was there. Uh, I know you love your family. I know you got probably like a little nephew or something like that you love, if I'm not mistaken. I think, or a
Mhm.
little brother.
Mhm.
When you were starting out, man, what do you remember, or what are some of your favorite memories about life as a kid for Devin Kiloa coming up? Tell me about that.
Oh man. Basically watching cartoons, you know what I'm saying? Watching like freaking Dragon Ball Z, me, my brother Kyle, the one that Kyle Kilo was based off of. He got
Okay.
me into Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know nothing about anime
Mm.
until me and him started watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Now I heard of Dragon Ball Z already, and I
Yeah.
had kind of watched like one or two episodes. But
Yeah.
where I was at in Dragon Ball Z, they were already going Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
So to go back and watch Dragon Ball, like I was just like, I mean, it's good, but it's
That's
just not
true.
the same, bro.
That is true.
I was like,
That
it's
is
not the
true.
same. What?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Let's put this up. Conscience just said Toonami. I think that hits home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of us grew up with Toonami. I mean, if we're really going off that script real quick,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree. That's a fair statement. I remember when I was watching Toonami, it was probably close to around that time. Because I remember seeing Goku. I think it was Goku running through the dragon's tail or
Yeah.
whatever it was. It was like this long
Mm-hmm.
tail that he was running for a long time. I think that man may have been running for like 2-3 episodes. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. They just
Mm-hmm.
kept going with it. It was this long story, and just to see all these characters coming into play,
Yep.
Super Saiyan was obviously the ultimate level, and then you see the hair just turning blonde. You know what I mean, or yellow. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I got to give it to you, man. Dragon Ball Z, you got some good taste there. You know, Dragon Ball
Mm-hmm.
Z is very popular
Mm-hmm.
uh, among a lot of people. You know, there's people that don't know Dragon Ball Z, aren't fans of it, and they still know it because they've seen the animations to Dragon Ball Z all over the place. And
Yep.
you got to understand when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, it's kind of like Eminem. It's kind of like Americana. It's kind of like pop culture. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
even in this Hispanic culture, we got ghetto is everywhere. Okay, everybody,
Yeah.
every race, every ethnicity has a little bit of ghetto in them, even though they want to try to
Mm-hmm.
tell you no. You know, even the high class folks still a little ghetto because they do some f shit behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And if we're going to be
Yep.
completely honest on this show, it's the reason why a lot of rich people aren't very happy. That's just me
Mm-hmm.
keeping it real with you on my Paul Mooney shit, real quick. Shout out to him. But um,
Mhm.
the thing is that in the ghetto Spanish hoods, you have your bootleg ass uh, birthday cakes. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you'll see Goku, Batman, Spider Man, Dora the Explorer, some shit like that. You know what I mean? So Dragon Ball Z is definitely pop culture and it's definitely Americana. But I just remember something, and I can't continue the show until I say this. Today, we want to take this time to highlight Birthday Boys, Funky Man, Funky Carter, No Kills, No Damage, and the All Star Kid Corey Flash. Happy birthday to all you three boys.
Happy
Smash
birthday.
that. So, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z being a major thing for you, you're coming
Mhm.
up. What else
Yeah.
is going on in that childhood that is just passion for you? It's love. It's like this is what I like. You know what I mean? It could be family. It could be a puppy. It could be, something memorable to you.
Yeah.
What else? What else do you remember?
So the next thing was, I got when I was young, I didn't really have, money like that. So uh we got stuff donated. So I ended up having, and this is crazy though, but I ended up having a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 1, a GameCube. No, I didn't have the GameCube first. Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Sega. I had all of that around the same year because we had got
Sega,
it donated. Somebody donated it to us.
Sega Genesis or Sega Dreamcast
Yeah,
or what? Or
it
Genesis?
was it was the Genesis, I believe. Yeah, I didn't get a Dreamcast until much later.
Yeah, man. I mean, those things were up there when they first came out. They were popular at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn. So I would imagine that meant a lot to you to get something like that.
yeah. And like, growing up, it was me, my bro, my sis, and then I ended up finding out that I had two other brothers. So then,
Oh
when we
man.
started, hanging, it was kind of cool because it's like, I had like, how you say, like three best friends, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's a
Mm-hmm.
at the
beautiful
time,
thing.
I was really, really close to all my brothers.
Mm. This is the Kiloa family we're talking about, so this is a big deal.
Yeah,
This is your history.
yeah. So Kyle, of course, he was like, even 'cause, like, I'm on the spectrum, but he was the one that basically like took the time with me. He, was always patient with me. He never, I mean, we did bump heads twice because, there was times when, I don't want to get too personal, but there was times where, I kind of overstepped, and there was times where he kind of overstepped. So,
Well, I
there were
mean,
times where we got into
if we're being completely honest, especially on this channel, I mean, and I'm glad you said that because it gives me the opportunity to say this. I don't like people who act like every single family ain't got problems.
Yeah.
You know, I hate people that act like their family's perfect or some shit. Every single family that was, is, or ever will be, will have issues because it is the norm in humankind. So whether you're rich, poor, you got a good family, bad family, every family has problems and have drama. And it took me years to put that together in my old age. But
Yeah.
the thing is that at first, um, you know, I started really thinking I need to be private about my family. But when you really think about it, I started realizing not really, because every family has problems. And people
Yeah.
try to act like every family fight, every brothers fight, sisters, brothers and sisters, parents, father and son, you know, mother and
Yeah.
son, everything. Everybody has issues. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's really the norm for family to fight. You know what I'm saying? Even us here in JTV, a lot of us with each other feel this energy of us being family with each other.
Yeah.
And a lot of people consider JTV sacred for themselves because there's people in JTV that feel like this is home and like their families here, and or they have a relationship with someone here that they feel closer to them than their own family. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you was trying not to get too personal. You know, I almost said something I'm not really trying to go into like that because this is about you. You know what I mean? But that
Yeah.
should paint a bit of a picture. You know what I mean? So every family has issues. You know,
Yeah.
like people want to try to act perfect or whatever. Just turn it off. Stop the noise with that shit. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. No family's
Yeah.
perfect. Everybody has issues. Um, so with all that going on, you said you got a PS2. You got all these games. You know,
Yeah.
and you was going through a hard time. You said you had been homeless for a bit,
No, I wasn't homeless.
or it was just
We just,
financial.
yeah, financial.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, most people
Yeah.
go through that. You know what I'm saying? You start rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people going through that right now. It's it's
Yeah.
it's it's tough times, but it's lenient times, and I say that because if you was broke or poor in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, you know, shit like that, compared to now, you got to understand. You got these girls doing OnlyFans now. You got people doing streaming games, making money on Twitch, making money on here. You got KSI. You know, you got all these streamers. Who's some of the other ones? I Show Speed. You know what I mean? You got people that have been successful on the internet, all being successful on the internet. Look at Corey Flash. You know what I'm saying? This fruity pebble
Yeah.
warrior, Corey Flash, is, you know, works on Twitter and he does media with wrestling. You know, it's not just JTV. You know, he does his
Yeah.
media and everything, and he makes his side money you know, you have more options available to you in today's world. There's even people profiting off of AI videos that are being put on here on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some of the rules that this platform right here, which I'm not going to mention by name. I mean, you're watching. We know what this app, this platform is. Uh,
Yeah.
Ray is not the biggest fan of this platform making certain rules. You know what I mean? And I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? I think that this
Yeah.
platform is a little sensitive. It's very sensitive, and we
Yeah.
need to just allow people to have their opinions, their freedom. Stop censoring shit. Okay, I can go into
Yeah.
that, but I won't because I want to keep the focus on you. All right, so
Yeah.
you get all these systems and all this other stuff moving along. How does this thing for wrestling starts out for you? Because I know you and Ray hit it off. You know what I mean? But I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
before that, how did you come this way?
All right. So first, I started. So my first wrestling game was WWF WrestleMania 2000. That was my
That's
very first wrestling game, and that was when I created my first call. My first call was the name Devin Hardy because I was a big Hardy Boys fan.
I remember you
So
saying
I was Devin Hardy. Basically, I look like a black version of Jeff Hardy. Basically, what my character looked like uh, on that game. Uh, and then like later on, I didn't own these games. Now the WrestleMania one, I did, and the WCW one, I did, but the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain, those I borrowed from friends. So that's
Yep.
how I was able to play those.
right.
Now, those when I borrowed them, I didn't get to create my character until like SVR. SVR was when I started creating my characters more. But when I
Right.
had Shut Your Mouth and all that, I never did. So I didn't know really much about Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain. Really, when it comes to the creating characters aspect,
Right.
I just played the what's it called, season modes, and that was pretty
Right.
much it. But then I went from there to SVR, and then I was like, you know what? Let me start, making some characters. So I made a buttload of characters. Then after that, I met a couple of people. No first friends, but I met a couple of guys who I didn't know at the time were up to no good.
Hmm.
So
Before
we ended up making.
you're saying before coming to this online world, you met a couple
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Really? Were they
So
friends from school or was it an online thing or what?
half was friends from school, half was
Okay.
friends by association with friends from school.
Friends by association. I like that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So we all come together. We're like, hey yo, we gonna do this idea. We all have this idea.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, I liked CZW and ECW. I like
I remember you saying that.
hardcore,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember-
So then we were like, all right, we gonna make up the show. And I was like, all right, I think it should be called DVW. I didn't know
DVW.
what it
Wow.
stand for. I just was like, I like the name DVW. So we're going with
Yeah.
DVW. So one of my homies was like, hey yo, I know what it should stand for. And I'm like, what? He's like, Devon Championship Wrestling. I'm like, nah.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
So I was like,
Devon
how about Dangerous Virtual Wrestling for that? And they were
You
like,
shoulda-
all right, cool. So then we all came up with that. So then we all, started recording stuff. We recorded stuff. This was back in like dial-up era. So we
Yeah.
were, recording
Oh wow.
and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
And we had
Mm.
everything recorded, but they were just too dang lazy. Nobody wanted to put anything up on YouTube. So we
Right.
had it. We all like went over to each other's house to watch the product, but they never could get it on YouTube.
Mm.
So then, also when I was a part of DVW, I saw myself as the main guy who made DVW
Right.
because I don't know who came up with the idea.
Right.
So it was kind of like, my homie right here, Ray's situation. They kind of tried to take over DVW.
Right. Right.
So like basically my character, like every time I won a so-called Rumble, they always had a reason to take me out.
Okay.
There was always, so he's not gonna be able to headline WrestleMania because we're gonna take him out. We're gonna have a storyline where he's on the show to put over so and so's cousin, so and so's uncle, so and so's whatever who came into the company. Because at first it was just us friends. Then it became us friends and a couple of friends who we didn't know, who were friends to other people who were in the crew. Then cousins and uncles got involved. And then I'm like, but every single time they get involved, it's always taken from other people who are working their butts off to grind their character.
Right.
So I'm like, y'all putting y'all family over everything though.
Right.
And they're not even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not here. You just creating their characters for them. And then you're telling them, oh yeah, y'all won the title, y'all won this, y'all won that, y'all da. And I'm just like, okay. It's one thing if there's a reason why they're not able to. Because like if their console's broken or something like that, or they just don't have the game, okay, I get it. But these people are not even fans of wrestling. So it's just like you're just creating your family members who don't even care for wrestling, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I created Julius. Me and Julius, you know, we used to play WWE all the time when I was younger and he was younger. We used to play SVR. You know, we played SVR
Right.
09 through 2000 and I think 11.
Yeah.
We used to play that all the time. His favorite character was Rey Mysterio. He used to always choose Rey Mysterio. I used to always choose John Cena.
Okay.
John Cena and Shawn Michaels. Those were my two. Well, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Jeff Hardy. Those were my. Well, okay, CM Punk too, because CM Punk I used to choose him too. But yeah, those are all the people that I used to choose all the time. And then I just start like after a while. I think WWE 13. I think was when I just started not playing with characters in the game and just started playing with just cause.
Right.
Yeah. Because I was like, you know, I created all these characters and, you know, doing a universe mode, I always did like a Raw and SmackDown, but I was like, you know what, let me just, you know, bring back DVW and do a DVW universe mode. So, you know, I had all the characters and, you know, I met a couple of people, you know, in school who were wrestling fans and we started, you know, working together, you know, and that's how the legend of the let's just say the how you call it the Playboy Devin Kiloa, you know, that's how that one got started because there was a group of people. There was there was a group of people that we were all together. We were all, you know, trying to get people to join, and then a whole bunch of girls joined. And like the dudes tried talking to them, but they felt uncomfortable with the dudes. So then they were like, "Devin, you talk to them then." Like they think we weird or something. So you know, you talk to them. So, you know, I just come up to them and I'm like, "Hey, you know, what's up? You know, my name is Devin. You know, so you know, we are running the show. You know, and I'm one of the head owners. I'm one of the top bosses. You know, we just need to know, you know, some things about your character, like what's your character's name, where you're from, you know, what's your finisher, what's your signature, and then like after then, like all of them became cool with me. I dated like 3 of them.
Oh boy.
Now, how that happened, I don't think. Well, you know what, I'm gonna go unfiltered. I'm gonna say so. There was a dude named Tony, you know, Tony Carino, you know, his character.
Here we go with Tony.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
So he was dating Santana, which I know you know the character Santana.
Yeah, I know Santana.
He was dating her, and we've been friends for like middle school, you know, on up. So, and this is back when I used to live in California. So we was cool. And then she kept trying to get me because, you know, her friends were telling her that me and her would make a cute couple and da. but she was dating him at the time. And I'm like, nah. Tony Carino's my boy. I don't feel right doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then she starts telling me, oh, but he doesn't treat me right. Da, 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 da. And I'm still like, he's still my boy. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So then there was a party at like, I think it was GameStop or something like that. We had like a GameStop party or something like that. Because because in California, there was this GameStop where they had their consoles actually on display. So you got to like play the games.
Yeah.
Kind of like how they have it at like Walmart or Target, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it was like that at the GameStop.
All right.
So then we all over there just having fun. I started noticing that he was kind of, you know, abusive to the girl, you know. So then I was like, all right, you know, with that being happening, you know, I was like, all right, fine. But I didn't like automatically just start dating her. We started becoming friends, and then that led to us dating. So then we were dating for a while. Then she started acting different. And I'm like, why are you acting different? Because before cause like I was already friends with all of her friends already. Off the rip, we were all cool. Right. So she started getting mad at me because I was cool with Ashley Carino, Vanessa Carino, and she was all like, well, no, Ashley Ace, that's what her name is, Ashley Ace. Ashley Ace and Vanessa Carino. Yeah. Yeah. Those two characters. I started being cool with them. Well, cooler with them, but we were still friends. It wasn't like, you know, I was dating them or nothing like that.
Right.
So then they told her that basically I'm not trustworthy. I'm a cheater. Da 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 da. I'm like, girl, come to me, talk to me about it, and I would show you that I'm not cheating. Right. So then after that, you know, we break up. Then after that, Ashley comes to me, and I start dating Ashley. The same one who told her that I was unfaithful started coming to me, hitting me up in my DMs, all types of stuff. So then me and her started dating for a little bit. And what's crazy is all of them grew up to now be models in California. And that's crazy because like if you saw them, you know, back then, they were cute, but I don't know if I would say that they were being like the only one that I say would totally be a model is Santana. That's the one who truly looked like she should be a model, even at a young age when we were young. But the other ones, not so much. But then all that happened.
Yeah.
And then when 2K19 I think came out, I created all of their characters. I created all my characters. And then I get a message on PlayStation from this guy named Fox. And he's all like, hey, yo, I like your character. I have a show called FFW Unrivaled. I want your character on the show. Can I download your character and use them for my show? I'm like, bet. This is the first time that I ever had that ever happen to me. You know, have people actually, like I've had people message me and say, I'm using your character. That's it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I downloaded your character. That's it. But this is the first person who actually came to me, you know, and was like, hey, can I use your character? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, you know, I'm gonna need, you know, what's your character's backstory? What's your character's finisher? Da 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 da. All this. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then I joined his show. He has one episode that he dips and like literally blocks everybody. I don't know why he did that, but yeah, that's what he did.
Right.
So then he does that, and I end up finding that there was this kid. Well, not kid, but there was this guy. You know, he was here too, and this guy, he started posting pictures of characters. He was posting, he had a character that was basically a female version of the Young Bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Female version of the Young Bucks, kind of cool, kind of cool. Then,
Right.
and then, without telling this guy that he can't do that, they kick him out.
Mm-hmm.
They release him just because they said the rule is no promoting other stuff. You only promote FFW.
Mm.
And that person was right.
Yep.
So at this time, I don't really know Ray like that at this point, but I just know that just did not sit right with me.
Right.
I'm like, this dude did nothing wrong. Fox told him that he could promote his stuff.
Right.
The guy who brought all of us to, FFW,
Right.
who dipped. So I'm like, that's not cool. And then they were sitting there saying, "Oh, we'll find out what we're gonna do with y'all roster. We'll find out what we're gonna do." They were still doing their show. So Unrivaled was scrapped, but they still kept doing their show. So they did like 3 episodes, then a pay-per-view. But during that time, I was like, okay, I'm bored with this thing because y'all not really doing nothing with me. Y'all just had me just sitting here in limbo.
Right.
So then I dipped, and I had met another person. I met a guy by the name of Aiden Abel. And me and him, linked up. We were cool, so we created the Rebel Club. And that's how the Rebel Club came about. And yeah. So then after that, I linked up. After that, I went to a place called RHW. I regret it instantly because the dude treated me horrible. Because literally, the dude said the exact same thing that Fox said. He was like, "Bro, I like your characters. I'm gonna download all of them." So we downloaded most of my characters. Now, all of my characters won real championships and had real championship reigns, except for my main character, Devin Kilo. I was the guy who couldn't get the job done. And it was one thing, if you were building me up like that, but no, that's just how it was. And then when I finally won a championship, I lost it the next day, the next stream. So I'm like, bro, what was the point? And then I was there before Ray was.
Right.
And then Ray was there, and he becomes the longest reigning world champion there. And in this point in time, me and Ray are cool.
Right.
I mean, we're not cool, but we cool, I'm a part of MPW before the first episode dropped. No, the first episode already dropped at this point. So I'm like, all right, I'm waiting for, to know what he's gonna have my character do.
Yep.
So I get told that I'm not. So Ray wanted to drop the title to somebody because he was like, I'll drop the title to Devin because Devin's been here longer than me, and I see something in Devin. So I'll drop the title to him. This dude said no. Devin's not championship material. And I'm like, I'm not championship material, but you want him to lose to a guy who's a freaking daggone zombie.
Yeah.
Because he created this just whack zombie character. And he's like, yeah, I want Ray to lose to that guy.
So I think
a real person. The title. So then he ends up losing the title to Kevin Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray was doing a lot for this dude. He was doing the editing and everything. Like he was putting this guy's show together.
All right, hold on real quick. So Kevin, you said Kevin Wolf?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in RHW?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Keep on going. I'm listening.
So then after that, Kevin Wolf became world champion while also technically being tag team champion. I mean, He did say in the storyline that he vacated the title, but To me, that really wasn't nothing. You still champion because you were tag team champion with your best friend. So
Yeah.
to me, I don't see that as you really did vacate the championship because one, Iceman, who his friend was at the time, was still rocking with the title. So I'm like, how'd y'all vacate the titles? But Iceman is still coming out here with the title.
Right.
I don't see how you vacated the title. So then, where was I at? I completely forgot where I was.
You were talking about the tag team titles with that Iceman and Wolf King. Yeah, Wolf and I dropped the world title to Kevin.
Oh yeah, RHW. Okay.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'm in RHW. At this point in time, Ray left because Ray was like, "You're not gonna do nothing with Devin. I'm out because you didn't want to do what I want to do, and you say I'm the champion and I can do whatever I want with the title. So I wanted to put it over Devin, put Devin over. So Ray dips. So then I don't dip because I'm like, I'm still trying to get my name out there even more because I've done this since dial up, but like I'm just like I still don't have that big of a name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I'm still trying to make it. So I'm gonna stay here. So I stayed here for a couple more months. He posts this promo in the chat sitting there saying who's gonna step up. So I shoot this fire behind promo. I'm like, yo, you want somebody to step up? The man who's gonna step up is right here. So then he starts laughing. So then I hear him laughing at me. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm a joke to you. So then I leave. I'm like, deuces. So I leave. And then after that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go all in with MPW. Because at the time I was still also a part of other places. Like I was a part of SSW, Southern Smoke. I think it's called Southern Smoke Wrestling. I was part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was all over the place, man. It got to the point where I was confused because I've been a part of so many freaking feds that I don't even remember. Like, they told me, "Oh, you won a championship," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay. What's the show? What?" Because I was a part of like so many shows. But yeah, so that happened, and then I linked up with Ray. I was cool with Ray.
Well,
I started.
hold on real quick. Before we continue about you being cool with Ray, I want to put a pause on that and I want to pin it and I want to come back to that. Because you're telling the story and we want to hear it. And I want you to tell them the story. But I want to go step by step because before you met Ray, you wrestled here in JTV. At least from my understanding. When you went to JTV 19 for that one show.
That was
but I was already in MPW.
Hold on. You was an MPW before you was an MPW when you debuted in JTV 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep telling the story as you meet Ray because I didn't know that. And when you get to where you're gonna debut here, just let me know. Mike's all yours.
All right. So basically, around this time, I was part of MPW. I did not debut, I think, just yet. Like, okay, so I already had a match and it was already recorded and everything. But then my partner didn't want to team with me. So then,
So you're supposed to have a tag team match for your debut.
Yes.
MPW.
Tag team match on the first episode. Tag team titles, first episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then that didn't end up happening because my partner was like,
that was a Revolution.
Yeah.
Revolution episode 1. Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
So then it did not get to happen because my partner, was like, I don't want to tag with you no more because of, some serious reasons that I don't really want to talk about because it was the past. I'm
Yeah.
moving on to the future.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'm here. You know, I started talking to a lot of the people. A lot of the people in the chat. You know, at the time I was talking to John Skinner, Keith Ocean. You know, we became cool. During this time, you know, we playing Xenoverse together. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Oh man, that version of David, the first
Oh
ever.
wow. Oh
Has he seen
wow.
himself on the screen yet?
Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
that version.
So, so this was supposed to be a tag team match, and it turned into what, a 1v1?
It turned into a fatal four-way, I think it
This is a
was.
fatal four-way.
Yeah, it was for the it was for the vacant open weight championship.
Okay, as they're watching on the screen, and if you guys you like what you're watching, you could subscribe to the channel. It's in the description. But go ahead, Devin, keep telling us the story during this time.
Yeah, and we had I had this match right here,
Mhm.
and this match was crazy. I didn't like the way that it, you know, went though, because you know,
It was in
there was somebody
hometown.
who had yeah, it was in my hometown, my debut match in my hometown.
Yeah,
And I'm facing off against a guy who had the irremovable object
Mhm.
um
Iceman
thing on his
3000.
character, which was the
yeah,
Iceman 3000.
nah,
Yeah.
And literally, I'm hitting finishers, all types of stuff during this match. Hitting all types of stuff. He ends up making me lose. Then the person who ends up winning is Mr. Smiley.
right.
Mr. Smiley. Yeah.
And at this
I,
point in time, and at
I
this point
didn't,
in
I
time,
didn't.
I
I'm sorry to cut you, but I'm just realizing that at this moment, accidentally, Black Heron just made his official JTV channel debut by walking out live on a. But go ahead, keep talking. It's just something that's making me laugh. But keep talking. Go ahead.
so then after that, you know, I was like, okay, you know, I'm still here. You know, I'm not gonna leave or gonna quit. I just was like, it kind of didn't feel right to me, but I was like, you know, it's I because like every time that somebody in MPW had a match in their hometown, they always won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
was like, match my hometown, I lose. And I don't think at this point was it
It was
AI or was
AI.
it
It was AI.
yeah, it was AI. It was AI. It wasn't PvP. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, you know, after that, I was like, okay, I'm still gonna be here, but I do want to, you know, travel elsewhere. So then I
Right.
hit up, I think it was, I want to say it was Jaden Nix because I was talking to him one day.
Yeah.
Right.
And at this time, Trey Jeter was still here, you know, and Trey
And
Jeter said, you
MPW,
know,
you're saying he was in MPW?
No,
I
he
think
thought
this is still when
JTV.
he was in
Oh,
with
okay.
JTV. I think this is
Okay,
still when
with
he was with
JTV.
JTV. Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think this was when his house party thing was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a match to be a part of house party, but I lost to I want to say it was Jaden Nix.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent match. I just didn't really
Yeah.
feel
Skip
that it was
that.
one of my best matches because it was when I had crappy internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then after that, you know, we had a part where, you know, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so then after that, I had the match against so after that, you know, I was talking to him, and after that, you know, me and Colin had a little match too, but it wasn't for like a show or nothing. It was going to be for a show, and it was Jack Gemini versus Devin Jordan, aka the one who will later on be called Devin Kilowa.
Yep.
So
All right.
so we had our match. You know, it was pretty fun. You know, it was a lot of shenanigans happening in that match. And and it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. The thing about it though is I actually won that match. But then you know I'm like, all right, you know, I kind of want to get into JTV because I keep hearing so much about JTV. So like, you know, hey, can you help me get my foot in there? So then I was like, they were like, okay, you know, y'all added me to the chat, but like I wasn't, doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? So then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just call out somebody. So then I was like, well, I know, Colin, me and Colin are cool, you know. So I was like, let me call out Colin. So then that's when I called out Colin. And I did the little promo that I did. And then Colin did his promo. And then he roasted him. Oh, that was funny. He had Perry roasting him. Sitting there saying, Devin, kick his butt. And then I'm just like, yeah, already got a fan. So then, the match happens.
Okay, so hold up.
Yeah.
Before we continue in JTV, let's pause it there.
Yeah.
And let's quickly reflect on this moment right here in MPW. When you first went out there for this match and you debuted in MPW, this is you already. You and Ray had hit it off.
Yeah.
And you didn't know me, but you knew Ray. Or maybe you heard about me, but you didn't know me. You knew Ray by this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you came out for this match, you cited a little while ago that you weren't too happy with the way this whole thing went down. Wasn't a big fan of it. But even though you wasn't a big fan of it, you know what I mean, we still have to take time to love and appreciate the history that we're leaving behind and call. So this is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a piece of history that Ray's leaving behind and you're leaving behind, and you should be proud of it. This was your MPW debut. Now, when you came out for this match and you signed with this promotion and you was hitting it off with Ray, was there thoughts as you was walking to the ring, as you're competing in this match, as this match is going on? Because I think this one right here is AI, if I'm not mistaken, but it's still
I played a little bit, but I basically tried to play all of them.
Yeah, but it's still your moment.
Yeah,
that you was first presented in MPW. As you was watching this match, experiencing it, and Devin Kilowa was coming to life in a showcase mode. What was there anything in mind? Was there emotion? What were you thinking? What were you expecting? What was your thought?
I was thinking I made it. I was thinking I made it, because normally all the feds that I've been in before, the FFW thing have been like friends feds that I, they my boys, so I know they gon', so with Ray, we at first didn't start off as friends, well, in my mind we didn't, I felt like I was just a man on the roster, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when he first debuted and stuff. I was making him look very strong.
Yeah. So then after that, we had another match on RHW because this was back when Ray was still partnered up with RHW.
Yeah.
And
problem is we can't get that clip.
Yes, because freaking RHW don't like us no more.
Yep.
So we had our match.
I'll show that clip if I want. I don't give a damn. I got some
we
big
can't
cojones.
because it's that clip is basically private.
Yeah, he privated it.
Yeah.
Oh man, my
Yeah.
man, ain't no big deal, man. So
Yeah.
continue the story.
So then on his show on RHW, I had a match to where, because like Ray saw on his match card that I was nowhere on the match card.
Yeah.
So he was like, bro, this is the top guy. This is the guy who could hold your, company, bro. And you're sitting there fumbling, not putting him on the card. So then he was
Right.
like, you know what? You'll be getting a rematch against Mr. Smiley.
Right.
So then he was like, what type of match do you want? I was like, you know what? I call myself the king of the Iron Man match. So, I throw me an Iron Man match. Because I want to prove myself. So I'm like, throw it into an Iron Man match. Don't play it, just let it be AI. And let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So we played a match. I whooped Mr. Smiley.
Mm.
The longest time I'm whooping him. I had most pins. Then at the last little bit, he started trying to catch up, but he still didn't catch up all the way. So I still had like a lot more pins than him. So I ended up getting my first title in MPW. And that was the greatest moment at that time of my career in MPW.
Well,
And mind you, this title that he won had an option C to it.
Yep.
Option
Tell us a little bit about that for those that don't know how it works in MPW.
Basically, this mid-card title is the one he won had option C. Basically, he can cash in this title anytime he wants on a world champion.
And which championship was this?
This was the open weight championship.
So in MPW, the open weight championship, you can use it to cash in on other title matches or other matches or what?
At the World Heavyweight Championship, the Dragonheart Championship.
So you could use the championship to cash in the challenge for another championship.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically like a Money in the Bank. But you basically vacate the title and you can cash it in after they basically had a world title match and basically like the Money in the Bank.
Which I at first never got to do because there was always people complaining because they wanted to tell their stories, and I'm like, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Devin was
I
holding
want
a
my
golden
moment.
ticket.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm holding like the Money in the Bank style thing, and I'm just like, I'm ready to snap and just cash.
Right.
So like anytime like there was a big moment, like because like one of the feuds was I think AJ Jenkins versus Jaden Nix, and I was like, I want to capitalize on this moment. This would be great. This will get my name out there, and all this stuff didn't get to happen.
Yeah.
Then after that, I think who came in then after that because I think AJ exited then.
I don't remember.
And then Jaden just became the world champion. And I was gonna cash it out when Jaden was gonna have his match. But that didn't get to happen. And then I think the title got vacated because I think Jaden left because of I want to say Kevin Wolf because Kevin Wolf was
Kevin Wolf.
Yeah. So then when that happened, we had the Elimination Chamber.
Hey, when by the way, when a lot of this stuff is going on, just give me like a year. You know what I mean? You could tell me 22, 23, because I know
some of the stuff
was 22.
I think it was 22.
A lot of what you're talking about, I know what's going on in 22 and 23 because you signed with MPW 3 years ago or so when you made your debut, and also that's when you was really getting to know him like that, because I mean I guess you've been around, but like in my head I'm kind of confused now because I remember having a conversation with y'all in which after you left JTV you met Ray like in the indies and whatnot, and now it's changed to, well, no, you knew him before, like you met him before, so I'm just trying to get my story straight because I had it wrong the whole time. You know, you
Hmm.
started out with
Yeah.
MPW, you met Ray, and then I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna get to the point where I guess you and Colin hit it off, I guess, and then you was able to get into 19. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
maybe continue your story and let's see when we get there.
Okay. Um. So after I won the X Division championship from Mr. Smiley, um, this was still in MPW.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I
20,
was
22 maybe,
trying to find
23,
somebody.
19.
I think it was
We're
19.
still
This is
19.
still 19.
2019.
No,
2K19.
2K19.
But 2K19 was in 2019 to 20. So y'all was using 19 and 22? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
because that was when 20 was
Yeah.
It was broken. 20 was
Yeah.
broken. So you stood in 19 an extra year.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Got you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So then during that time, I started talking to Colin, you know,
Okay. So you started talking to Colin during the pandemic or so.
yeah, it was around the
Oh,
pandemic time, yeah.
okay. Okay.
And so we talked, you know, we had our little match that we did where it was I forgot the character's name. How do I keep forgetting the character's name?
Jack Gemini.
Uh yeah, Gemini. I knew it was
Yeah.
something with a G. Gemini. So I fought Gemini, beat him. It was an awesome match. It was just us just pouting around and just having fun.
Yeah.
And then after that, I talked to him and I was like, hey, I kind of want to join JTV because I keep on hearing a lot about JTV from like everybody,
Okay.
so I'm like, I kind of want to join that. And
Okay.
then he was like, all right, I'll see what I can do, da 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 da. So then after that, you know, I joined the chat, but nobody was really talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And then like when it came to cause like Ray's company and JTV is not the same. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of different. So I was like, all right, how do I go about it? Like how do I
Right. Right.
yeah? So I was like, all right,
Yeah,
how
because
do I yeah?
MPW is like you walking into a room with the guys, and in
Hmm.
JTV it's like you walk into like a fucking excuse my language, but it's just like you walk into like a big service building, and you're like, oh well, what office do I have to go to to ask, So I understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So then I was like, okay, I don't really know what to do. So then I was like, wait a minute, I know Colin. I'm gonna call out Colin. So then I called him out,
Yeah,
did my promo, calling him out on the Facebook page, I believe.
yeah. JTV
And
19.
then after that, we had our match, which I loved it. It was a really good match. I just really wish that I won.
You by chance, I don't know, my memory's kind of foggy. Just a little bit, not a lot, but you
Yeah.
by chance wouldn't be talking about this match, would you?
Oh no, he
He got the match. He got the matchup. Yes, I am talking about that match.
yeah.
You're. Oh man, I remember this entrance
Oh,
too.
look, it's Devin Maddox.
Yeah,
Devin Maddox.
so originally me and freaking Ice, cause like Iceman wanted to become cool with me
Hmm.
at this point. And
Really?
we were trying to do the Shield thing, and
Right.
he knew that my favorite character from the Shield was Dean Ambrose, John Moxley.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'll become Devin Moxley
Right.
since he's basically the Roman Reigns at the
Right.
time, because his whole thing was yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we're gonna do the Shield. But then he backed out at the last minute, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm still Devin Moxley, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to find out how am I going to am I going to just go back to Devin Jordan? I didn't know. So then when I got the call up on here, I had the match and I'm like, okay, I'm Devin Moxley. Okay. And then when I saw, my character's name change, I was like, I thought it was Devin Moxley. What's a Maddox? I mean, the only Maddox I know is Brad Maddox. That's the only one I know. And I'm like, he's a jobber. I ain't no jobber. I'm like, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I get my turn to be edgy now, first and foremost, when you came to JTV, I didn't know who the hell you were.
Yeah.
Colin had said great things about you, and I've seen that you can wrestle. I mean, we're looking at this match right now, and this is going way back. And you were going through a bit of a process because going from EFED, MPW, you said RHW, you experience a taste of what it's like to be GM through DVW back in the day. You have a great story you're telling. You've been to a lot of places, but you haven't necessarily been specifically to a PvP place like a JTV Wrestling. And someone who is talking to me right now is also going through the transition, who's attempting to join us, that they're going from EFED to PvP. This is very interesting. Okay. So it wasn't necessarily going back to what you said that we weren't doing anything with you or nothing like that. It's just that first and foremost, I didn't know who you were. And in JTV, there's a shit ton of talent. You make it in this promotion when you are putting yourself out there like you did with Colin to want more.
Yeah.
If you're sitting there, you're not supporting, you're not watching, you're not involved, you're not doing shit, you're not gonna get anywhere in JTV because that's not how it works here. You have to be the lion. You have to be the lion that is out there with the elephant in the room and everybody else.
Or you join a cult.
Look at this guy. I mean, that's one way Marcus Holloway did it, I guess.
Oh my God, Ray, really?
Yeah, that was a Star Brotherhood reference that bastard just made. You know what I mean? But he's not wrong. He's not wrong about that, But even that is a part of you attempting to try to make a name for yourself. Yeah. If you're in JTV Wrestling and you're sitting back not doing shit and you're not making it known to the establishment that you want to be a star, you're going to stay right there. And nobody's going to give a damn. Okay? I'm not going to give a damn. Why should I? You know what I mean? So your story is interesting, and it's like you transition from understanding simulation. Highlight reel is a beautiful thing in call. It really is. But PvP equates to skill, ability, resiliency, having the wherewithal to be able to put on a performance for a YouTube show while also attempting to win a damn match online. You know what I'm saying? You have different genres, you have different versions of call, different areas of call, simulation, leagues, PvP, and then JTV. JTV is a bit of everything. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with Shendon, and a lot of people have been in the leagues that they talk about the leagues. And, sometimes in leagues, there are rules in leagues. There's a lot of leagues that have rules, you know what I mean? When you do PvP, and some I like and some I don't like, you know what I mean? But in JTV, there isn't too much of that occurs because it's the entertainment aspect. It's sort of like a Broadway it's sort of like a Broadway performance. You know what I mean? You're the Phantom of the Opera and you're performing. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of responsibility. I give it to you. It definitely is a lot. But in this PvP environment in JTV, you got to be that. You got to be that person. And if you're not that person, you just get passed by. The success in JTV comes to those that are roaring that I want to be a legend, that I want to be the best, that I want to be a champion. and then you train hard for it. If you're not putting that time in to everything, getting involved in everything, talking to me, talking to Chris Conscience, talking to Shendon about getting on JTV 19, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get out there, Jocelyn Havoc sparked up out of nowhere with her promo that she cut, saying what she said. You know what I mean? And she went from being in the spotlight to kind of just fading away and then coming back to the spotlight when she did that. And then she came back to JTV at Pumpkin Night, just like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll get back to that. Question as we continue and we watch the match. How has the process been for you, Devin Kiloa, transitioning from being an on-screen talent character to being a JTV pro wrestler or a car pro wrestler PvP?
It was not easy, not gonna lie, not easy, because even when I do play the game, when I play with people, I'm a fast-paced kind of guy, like
Right.
that means like I tend to try to run at my opponent, so it makes it kind of a little easier for them to beat me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fast-paced player, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm running clotheslines, running suplexes, running like like the running spear, which sometimes people can reverse, sometimes they cannot,
Right. Especially with the way 2K treats us,
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I get that. I definitely get that for sure. What would you say about your relationship with Colin Klein? What would you want to say about him?
He's a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I see him as good talent, I see him as a cool dude.
Well, I mean, he's spoken highly about you anytime I talk with him. Said the same. Good talent, got along with you. You guys game together. I think that's fantastic. Like I said, during this time this is going on, another thing I wanted to address was the Maddox. And I'm doing all this completely without a script. I'm just going off of my mind. I'm a psycho like that. Just basically. I remember watching the promo on the JTV 19 page. This referee just got consumed by the Skull Brotherhood right now. But run, Forrest, run! But I remember seeing the promo, didn't think much of it. I was waiting to see what else you're gonna bring. That's what I thought. I didn't expect you to last. I expect you to quit, or I wasn't sure what to expect. When I found out we was gonna do this match and you was gonna get in there with Colin, and I got to see how talented you are. Before that, I didn't like the Moxley thing. I thought my issue with the Moxley thing, Devin Moxley to be exact, was that I just thought it was ripping off of Ambrose, and obviously it was. That was the whole point of it. And here in JTV, what I'm saying, again, it goes to MPW. How different it is, because in MPW it's like indie, improv, characterization, and some form of, I don't know that I could call it infringement, gimmick infringement. I wouldn't. It is some New Japan, but I'm not gonna call it gimmick infringement because I feel like that's disrespectful. I called it cosplay when I was on Commentary with Conscience. Y'all like to cosplay like Alexa Bliss and Kenny Omega and all that stuff, So I think in MPW it works, and I think in MPW it's amazing and fantastic. But in JTV, it's like we don't really like the idea of emulating things. We like the idea of becoming the first of. So my issue with the Moxley thing was for the obvious reason. I didn't expect you to last. You didn't show enough interest at the time. I think you could have talked to me. But that's what was going on. The same thing you was feeling was the same thing I was feeling and we were feeling. So I said, I'll just, change his name to something different. So we went with Maddox. I don't know that Maddox is bad. It definitely is not the winner for you. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was just like whatever for me. You know what I mean? But as
Yeah.
time went on, you started earning my respect more and more and more. Things change. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I thought there would be more from you after this match because after I saw this match was when I went, oh, he can actually
Mhm.
wrestle. He's talented. He's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had planned to take you more serious after this match. It's just that
Mm.
um, something somewhere sometime happened between us. I can remember reaching out to you, and I wasn't necessarily happy about your response that we had, um, and I guess we parted ways. I can't. I'm not gonna make anything up. I don't remember what the end of that conversation was. I don't know if I told you to leave or if you left. You know what I mean? But I definitely moved on after that conversation, and what your response
Yeah.
was, never ever expecting you to come back. I thought you was just gonna disappear into history. At this time when this wrestling match was going on, I didn't know you and Ray were friends, according to what y'all are saying. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew you knew Colin. Colin had spoke of you. He told me things about you, stuff like that. At
Yeah.
this time,
Yep.
I don't think me and Ray were talking anymore. I could be
I
wrong.
don't remember. I
He could
don't
he could have
remember at all.
he could have still been on JTV 19. I can remember Ray facing Barry on 19 and having an excellent
Mhm.
match with him. I can remember I think Ray had a title too in JTV 19 or
Yep.
something like that.
I had
So
the IWGP Heavyweight Championship
okay, so he brought the IWGP championship to 19, and
because I won it from Jeffrey.
okay, and in this match, um, I like I said, I learned more about you as a talent, and I don't know how everybody else feels, but I thought you looked really good at this time. Like I thought your character
Mhm.
looked
Thank
really
you.
good. It needed still what it was missing, but I thought he actually looked decent enough to get on TV because we didn't want to put you out there, you know,
Mhm.
looking without looking right. You know what I mean? And then when this was brought to the table, I thought, okay, I guess I was kind of wrong about him. You know what I mean? So I took time to
Yeah.
understand. So when we parted ways, and that's my side from you, right from you, not Ray telling you,
Mhm.
not me telling you, you right from you, whatever you want to say, how you want to say it. Why, when, where, and why was the decision made to discontinue remaining in JTV and whatnot after this match? What happened exactly?
All right. So after this match, I got into what I like to call um some trouble with my parental unit. We're just gonna say that.
Oh, you have family issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, family
So
issues.
then after that, I got my console taken.
Okay.
And then when I got it back, my mom was not too cool with me talking to people
What
who
the
she didn't
hell?
know at the
Oh
time.
no, man, take that shit off the screen. What the hell? My fault. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting. Damn.
So then after that, my mom was like, I don't know these guys. I don't know these people that you're talking to. Da 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 da. Da.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. So then I was like, okay, well, I can't really, the only one that she was cool with me still talking to at the time was Ray. That was pretty much it.
Right.
So, um, so I was like, okay, well, I can't, I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, maybe stand your ground as a man.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say this, and this is a big shout out to my boy Shelton Benjamin. But I respect to the most highest degree that I possibly can a mama's boy, and I want to say that on here. And the reason why is because God bless our moms. Even if your relationship with your mom was not good, and there's people in JTV and out of JTV who have that. I've had issues with my mom in the past, and I'm happy that we were able to make peace before, you know, she physically went away. But
Yeah.
God bless all of our moms, because
Mhm.
if it wasn't for our moms, we wouldn't
We
be
want to
here.
be here.
Okay,
Yeah.
dad did his part. Yes, he did do his part. But
My
mom
mom.
carried us. You know, what I mean, mom Duke carried us,
Mhm.
and you know what I'm saying. I always talk about crying like a man. If you're listening to me right now, whoever you are, you need to let a tear out. Cry. Live your
Mhm.
life. You know what I'm saying? Let that emotion come out. I'm not trying to make y'all cry, but cry if you feel that passion, if you feel that love for your mom. You know what I mean? Because I definitely do. I
Yep.
definitely
Yeah, I
do,
love my
and
mom too.
I definitely miss my mom
But
a
I don't
lot.
know why.
And to me, my mom is in my heart. She's always with me. She visits me all the time. So God bless our moms, because
Yeah.
if you're a woman, first of all, and you stood your ground and you gave birth to your child, you have my respect, even if you're a bad mom. And I'll tell you why, because if she put up with you enough to give you birth, even if she's a worthless piece of shit, she still gave you birth, still gave you that life,
Mhm.
you know, in conjunction with your dad and God Almighty, you know, whatever it may be, whatever religion you follow, whatever they or it or him or her may be, that is God. You know what I mean? Because nobody knows for sure.
The
So
creator.
right, the creator, the creator of everything. So God bless that, and God bless our moms for sure. And I do respect Mama's boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cold heartedly, 100, absolutely, all the way. But
yeah,
I got to be Kevin Impact too.
Mhm.
Um, you know, there really does come a point. There really does come a point, you know, and I think that there is a line, because you have a lot of parents from this era who had this really toxic, um, controlling, manipulative sort of grip on the individual who they gave birth to. And I hear that, I get it, I understand it. Some family members just feel, especially with your parents, you got to
Mhm.
understand, when mama says what it is, you listen. You know, it don't matter what age you are.
Yep.
But at the same time, there's a lot of parents who really like to manipulate a lot, and it's not a good thing, because they
yeah,
baby a lot of adults right now, and they baby a lot of people, and you don't want to do that. When I was 9 to 10 years old, I took it upon myself as a young man, to take my ass with my boy Eddie, Honduran dude, to the video game store, to the arcade, to the video store to rent, I don't know, WWF WrestleMania 14 or whatever I was getting, to get the Mortal Kombat. You know, it was like a 60-second video. And I'm like, I'm getting it. And they'll tell you, like, yo, like, why are you renting this? Just 60 seconds. I'm like, look, it's got Mortal Kombat on it. I want it.
Mhm.
Not that, you know? So
Oh, you talking
at
about
that,
Jam Pack?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. I got a really loud,
Mhm.
annoying ass biker over here. That piece of shit. My bad, man. Anyway, I mean, it's Kevin Impact, Ray. What you expect? But
Yeah.
yeah. But the thing is, yeah, whatever. I did all that. I was 10 years old, you know, whatever, and I took it upon myself to make decisions as a young man. I came home. I was not getting any girls pregnant. I was not going to any toxic parties, you know, where they had drugs and
Mhm.
stupid shit going on. I had some friends, you know what I'm saying? But my thing was really in the weekends, going and having wars, WWF Warzone, and gaming in the weekends, you know.
Yeah.
I really wasn't for everything else. But when I was, you know, I would still keep it classy. You know,
Yep.
if I was with a friend of mine and they were doing backyard wrestling, um, I'm not wrestling. I'm not risking my health. I'm just watching. If I'm out with my friends, we're just gaming, whatever, nothing bad. I'm going to the video store. I'm around the block. I'll be back. And I know that a 10, 9-year old child walking around sounds dangerous. It does. And I don't like to see it. But back in the day, we used to do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when I was 10 years old, I felt like I was like 17, 18. So in my mentality, I didn't see myself as a little boy. I saw
Yeah.
myself
Me
as
either.
a grown man. So
Yeah.
there needs to be areas where, as a man, as an adult, we have to really take command, because we can't let our parents just say every single thing, do everything for us. Neither.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can remember, and I'm sorry if it bothers him that I say this, but AJ Jenkins used to tell me how controlling his mom used to be with, oh, we got to go to church. Well, no, you don't have to go to church. It's a choice. You can't force people to do what you want them to do. You know what I mean? So we definitely have to be careful with toxic, manipulative parents that want to be able to control. We have to love them. We have to respect them because they gave us birth. And when you talk about mom, you listen to mom, no matter what age it is. So I respect that. But you can't let any human being take control over you as an adult and tell you can't do this, you can't do that. Uh, on the situation of a PlayStation being taken away or whatnot, again, respects and whatnot, but you're not taking my PlayStation away. Okay. Now, if I did something to upset you, I love you, mom. I apologize as an adult. I would do what I can to make it up for you and give you all the love that I can. Get on your knees. I apologize, mom. I'm sorry. But my PlayStation, you are not going to take that away from me. Okay, respectfully. If you don't like that I'm on there, I understand that. We can arrange time for us. We can go to church together. We can go have dinner. We can go somewhere
Hmm.
nice. I can give you a Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And just spoil you all day long. Make a postcard for you, whatever. Draw something nice for you. But my PlayStation, you are not going to take that away from me, because that is not that. That's a little evil. It's a little
Hmm.
evil. You know what I mean? So you don't have to comment on that, Devin. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I have put you in sort of an uncomfortable position, and we can move on from it. But I don't agree with that, and that's just my opinion. I understand now what happened. You know what I'm saying? But going forward, I hope that that's not going to be an issue going forward, especially with you returning to the pro wrestling circuit. You know what I mean? Again, you don't have to say
Yeah.
anything about that. We can move on, but that's just me giving you my side.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the guy walking right now. He got a nice suit on. Oh shit. Okay, it's completely unrelated, but it looks great on him. I think it's a couple that's walking down. Uh, but yeah. So we talked about MPW.
Hmm.
I guess I found out today that you debuted in MPW. So MPW is home for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
MPW. Even if you would have debuted in JTV first, I feel like MPW is home because the relationship that you have with this man here that's with us. It's a relationship that we can't we don't need to mention arguments that y'all
Yeah.
may have had, because brothers fight. But
Mm-hmm.
truthfully, y'all are brothers. Ray
Hmm.
cares
Yeah.
about you a lot, and Devin cares about you a lot, Ray.
Hmm.
Okay, and I know all of that for a fact. So, real quick, if just to highlight both of y'all, and I apologize whoever's commenting that I'm not looking at because I'm in the moment, but and that's what make these podcasts so good, that it's really us just pouring our heart. Um, I love y'all's relationship. You know what I mean? And I told y'all that when y'all was coming back and we had that
Hmm.
conversation, you guys was coming from, that place, and it was
Yep.
tough. And what interests me in working with Ray again, and notice how my story does not change no matter what episode we on. What interests me in talking with Ray again, working with him again, was Devin. Because Devin
Hmm.
told him straight up, if you decide to go back to the toxic wasteland, you and I are done. And I was like, whoa, I backed up a bit when that man said that. And
Yeah.
um and we can come back to that because we'll go into that in a little bit. But I'm just saying that I like y'all relationship because it's genuine.
Hmm.
And Devin makes you a better you. And I think that you make Devin a better Devin. So it's a great thing. And I'm a highlight y'all. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick shout out for that. All right. So, but
Yep.
there are other things that I still wanted to talk about. Okay. So
Mhm.
I guess I'm done with Revolution. We talked about 19. Um, I don't have the clip with me right now. We got Malcolm Berry in the comments. We got some of you guys are here in the comments. Shout out to OG Kiwizi. That's
Yeah,
one of
that's
y'all
the
people from
boy right
MPW.
there.
That's my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Wheezy's watching. He's supporting you, showing love.
What up,
Um,
OG?
there's a comment. OG Kiwizi, what's
Speaking of
good? What's
OG
good?
guys, freaking daggone debut coming soon. And ladies and gentlemen, it is off the hook. Wait
Now,
till y'all see it.
what can you tell reporter Kevin Impact about that, man? Can you give us some insight? You know what I mean?
I'll give
You
you
said,
a little bit of an insight. Let's just say, your boy was the tribal king, but now we got a new tribal king, and this man right here is one part of my familia. And I'm gonna just say, I thought it was nice when I had my reign. That's all I gotta say.
mm. Okay, so I mean, I got other questions that are popping into my head, and we got the time. I know some people getting ready to watch SummerSlam and stuff like that, but we're gonna stay on the air as long as we can for y'all, bringing y'all some Devin Kilo, some good wrestling stories. Uh, I don't have the footage with me right now, but I did wanted to ask you how special did it feel when you won the MPW World Heavyweight Championship for the first time ever?
Oh my God, it felt so great. 'Cause I was like, man, finally I get to call myself the world heavyweight champion in a promotion that I felt like I earned and it was not given to me. It wasn't just, oh, we are friends and I'm just gonna put you over. You know what I'm saying? Like I scratched and clawed my way to the top.
Well, it appears we're having a bit of an issue here in the comment section. Nick Kai Ken has invaded the comment section and he's got some remarks for you. Anything you want to say to that man? He won't stop. This drama won't stop. When are you going to put this man in his place, Ray? We gotta get this shit
Oh, you'll
organized.
see on this episode. You'll see on this episode what happens.
Oh, you're going about to have a bad day at work, Nick. I suggest you
Nick,
watch your language on here.
I'm gonna
Nick.
just tell you one thing, my boy.
Mm,
Keep running your mouth,
mm,
and you're gonna get a fist in it.
mm.
And not only you gonna get a fist in it, you might get a title to the dome. Because I got my title right here. So can you actually say that you ever was champion? I'm just saying, Nick. You know, I can say that
Mm,
I'm champion. I've been champion in multiple places. You
mm.
know, SSW hardcore, hydro champion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
World champion, a lot of places, DVW, MPW, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wait a minute. We got some footage here I think Ray wants to share.
This is the
What do-
match where Devin wins his world heavyweight championship.
All right. This is your match right here, Devin. Keep
Go
telling.
to Wrestle Fandom, episode 2 of FAN Unite.
Okay, let the match run and let the man tell
Yep.
his story. Go ahead, Devin. You was talking to Nick
All
and
right,
and
so
you
going
went in the
into
title.
this was a unique occasion right here
Mhm.
because this guy right here, Chase, that you're seeing, me and him started off in FFW together.
Right.
Not as a team or nothing, but like we both were in FFW, and that's where
Yep.
kind of I first met him.
Right.
And then I was like, hey, we got a show when, FFW Unrivaled folded. But I don't think he was a part of Unrivaled. I think he was actually a part because like they had his character and they were still doing
Yeah.
stuff with his character.
Right.
But I was like, Unrival's not really doing nothing with us, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, if you want to, come to MPW, you can. So
Right.
him and a couple of other people, Troy Savior and Tyler Savior both came with us.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so when me and him got to share the stage, together, man, this was a real great impact of the story right here,
Yeah.
Mm,
of the start of Devin Kilo. You know what I'm saying?
right. No, and it was a nice gesture. Me and Ray, you know, we've been around. We've known each other since 2016, and Ray had always been trying to work within call to excel.
Mhm.
Even when he was being toxic, he was only doing it to be successful. He was not doing it to really manipulate anybody or nothing like that. He was just doing it because he wanted to be better. And um,
Yeah.
me getting to know him and everything he's been building or attempting to build, working with him getting to know Jada Nix, him getting to know, Shendon, him getting to know everybody he got to know from Amber to Colin Klein to Mark Bennon, the list goes on and on. JTV related, and then also others that used to be with us, what I
Yep.
mean, that he got to know. He got to meet a lot of people in the process of me and him getting to know each other. And he's worked with different talent. But I've never seen him really devote himself to a talent like he's devoted himself to the Devin Kiloa talent. He devoted himself to you like he was Vince McMahon and you were Stone Cold Steve Austin in the 90s or early 2000s. You know what I mean? So he's had a lot of faith
Yeah.
in you. Granted, I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of faith in Nick. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Nick is doing everything in his power to get canceled and get JTV and MPW off the air. You know what I'm saying? That guy is just the range. You know what I mean? And we'll keep getting to him as the show continues. But um, having this opportunity to become MPW World Heavyweight Champion, you won the title. Ray put the emphasis on you. Ray has retained the confidence in you to be the guy, to be the face of the promotion. And I want to say this because you and Ray have got a bit of a bad rep, having you be successful as you've been.
Yep.
But y'all need to understand something right from Kevin Impact to all of y'all. When you're brand building and you're trying to create a product, you have to have top people. He chose Devin to be his top guy. This is not about friendship and favoritism. I know there's places in call that like to give everything to their best friends and don't push anybody. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That's not MPW. Okay. What he's done with Devin is the same thing Vince McMahon did with Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold and all of them because we were trying to take this company and rise it to the top. Okay. Devin
Hmm.
Kiloa has the look, he has the skill, and he can talk. I mean, he could talk for 10, 15, 25, 30 minutes for no damn reason, but he can talk. So you have to understand that what that equates to, that means Devin is the whole package. I mean, I ain't the biggest fan of your little ripping Samoan Roman Reigns bullshit you do. You know what I'm saying? But I give you credit because of your talent. You know what I mean? I see Devin
Yeah,
Kiloa.
here's Devin right here.
I see Devin Kiloa. Chris Conscience has helped me see more of Devin Kiloa. Ray Nakai has helped me see more of Devin Kiloa. So I've started to understand. I've started to
Yeah.
understand. Now I know about your Joker gimmick. Now I know
Mhm.
about your Playboy background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've come to understand you like people in call didn't want to understand you because you have
Yep.
had haters, people that wanted to be like you, people that wanted to just try to hold you back because they knew how good you were. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I missed this
You
attire.
you managed to break from sim into PvP. So
Hmm.
it don't matter what I think about you. I could hate you. I still have to give you credit. I have to. Because if I didn't, I'm a hypocrite. I'm a piece of shit. And my opinion doesn't matter
Yeah.
anymore. I have to give you credit
Yeah.
to
Oh, this
make
is
this.
the episode when you wore Merc's jacket.
Hey, this is
Oh
a
yeah,
damn.
this is the Merc Jacket episode.
Hold on, man. It's a damn podcast. All right, we're not at the movie theaters. Don't be shouting out like that while I'm talking to Devin. Shit. Anyways, I think I lost my thought. Where's the script at? Oh, we don't have one. You got the opportunity to be the guy in MPW. Ray put faith in you.
Hmm.
Ray did this for Devin. but y'all gotta understand he also did this for MPW. So when y'all want to sit there and question and say Devin was handed this, Devin was handed that, same way as Shendon and JTV, it is not true. I didn't hand Shen shit. Everybody gets opportunity. This is a guy this is my guy in JTV who wants to be the very, very top guy. He doesn't want to be one of. He wants to be the GOAT, greatest of all time. A Bruno Sammartino, a Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Hulk Hogan, whether y'all like him or not. You know what I'm saying? You have to give respect to people. That is a beautiful championship. I'm gonna cut myself off. That is a gorgeous ass championship title. But anyways, oh, that dude owe my Michigan money right there. Anyways, shout out to referee Mike Michigan Constance. You son of a. Anyways, with you becoming the guy, and again, I'm gonna interrupt myself. Love the ring, love the colors, but with Devin becoming the guy, y'all gotta understand that this is for the best interest at heart of MPW. Okay, I had to do what I had to do with Shen, but he earned it. Devin has earned this. Devin is someone who's attempting to hold MPW down. Nick is the next guy that's coming. Devin is Bret the Hitman Hart. Nick is Shawn Michaels. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I am looking to more progression in that robbery, absolutely. But y'all got to understand what this is and what it is to do business in call. A lot of people who have wrestling shows in call, they don't know what the hell they're doing. So you got to understand, you know, that there's shit that makes no sense in call, and then there's people like us that are actually trying to take time to think. If we think Ray's making a mistake, we tell him quickly, "Yo, Ray, what the hell you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Same in JTV. People could come up to me and say, "Hey, ask me shit." You know what I mean? Devin went on here, has spoken his mind. He can still continue to speak his mind without being censored, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I have another area now. Damn, I can't believe we haven't hit the second hour of this show yet. We've done so much on this show already. We have not hit the second hour, and I'm trying to talk about something juicy in this second hour, man. Damn it. Does anyone have any questions in the comment section? If you have any questions, post those questions because I don't know when we're going to go off the air. So you want to do that right now. Okay. But I want to go back to something that someone said. Shendon says, do you believe Nick Kaiken is most challenging to you at the moment? What do you got, Devin?
Nah.
Oh man.
Next question.
Oh man, that man said I've seen stuff in the toilet that's more threatful than Nick Kaiken. Oh, you can't say that on the air, Impact. I just did. Damn it. All right.
Yeah, this is basically highlight reel right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here's another question from Shannon. He says, any nice things you want to say about Nick, Devin?
Oh, yeah. He got a hot daughter and a hot wife. That's pretty much it.
Oh, shit, man. Take that question off the screen, man. Ray, what the hell? Yo, this is your man's, right? He come on my show and just pull his shit out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He sat on my couch. I'm gonna try to watch. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth, man. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth for the YouTube censors. Yeah, if y'all got any questions, I think Shendon got another one. He's got another question for you. He keep trying until he get it. Shendon asks, who's the most challenging to you in call, in the call world, that when it comes to PvP that you dealt with? I think that's what he's trying to say. Who would you say is your toughest opponent in call thus far? Could be Colin Klein.
I would have to say, yeah, Colin, because man, I keep getting so close, but still, so I'd have to go with Colin Klein. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Colin Klein real quick. And I might ask you about something else a little touchy. I don't know if I will, but it's my show. I do whatever the hell I want. you um you obviously express interest in Collins JTV Hardcore Championship,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the opportunity to come back. I mean, you had your first match back at Pumpkin Night, ECW.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, that's when you came back. You had your first, yeah, at the ECW show, because it
Yeah.
wasn't Pumpkin Night, it was at Snow Showdown when you
Yeah.
got to have that match. But
Yeah.
we definitely have to cover this area here. So going into some of this, um, you had the opportunity to return to
Oh,
JTV Wrestling. Boom, right
mhm.
there, super kick to the back, shocked everybody. You set the world on fire when you walked out. You got yourself a few summons from all the security bills, all the lawsuits you dealt with after
Yeah.
taking out some of my staff. You broke in the building. You had a hot mic, um, unscripted. You just spoke your mind. You had there was a lot burning in your soul at that time because you have had
Yeah.
frustrations and whatnot from where you was coming from. Uh, we are going to talk about Malcolm Berry, but we're going to get to Malcolm Berry. And I want to ask you, I want to give you the opportunity to really tell your side of the story, man, because you obviously when you went away, um, you got the opportunity to meet some of these people, and you've had frustration with your character being held back, more stupid ideas that we've seen time and time again. I mean, what was some of that difficulty with whom and what you dealt with when you and Ray was like, forget this, we got to get back to JTV. You realize that this wasn't definitely the cancerous side. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tell them a little bit about that and your journey returning back to this very night.
Well, I would like to say that mainly it was due to me having to put over somebody who I completely don't respect, and that is Billy Ray Dog for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Um, so I had to put him over in a match, and that
yeah.
match was in a Hell in a Cell, and I'm like, Devin Kiloa is built off of hardcore. So the
Right.
fact that I have to take the L in a hardcore match,
Yeah.
because I think he said to the owner of the show, Craig Mack, he was like, "Hey, I want to go over because I want to reinvent myself as a top star."
So Craig
And
told
I'm
you
like,
to let him win over you.
"Yeah." And then after that, this dude gonna
What?
sit there and say,
What?
"Yeah." And then uh Billy Ray Dog gonna sit there and tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna let you win the promo,
Yeah.
but I'm winning the match. You can win the promo battle, but I'm gonna win the match."
Jesus Christ. Just inmates running the asylum, right? Inmates running the asylum,
Mm-hmm.
calling the shots. Jesus Christ. That's almost as bad as when Conscience came to me and he said he was in a place where the promoter told him, does he want to win or lose? And I almost fell out my chair. What? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy what's out there, and me personally, I don't give a damn what Craig or anybody thinks. I didn't know he was always full of shit. I found that out later on, how fake he was, and what a horrible human being he really is, the real him. Um, and me personally, in my opinion, for him to be in his role, and this is the reason they suck so much, but for him to be in that role as a grown ass man, and I've met this guy twice. He's talked about it. I'm talking about it. It's embarrassing. It's comedic, just how fucking dumb he really is, and just how shitty they all are, even together. And for that man to
Mm.
tell you, oh, that he wants to go over. First of all, you weren't a very great wrestler. What I mean. Second of all, why are you in the ring? Do you really think anybody want to watch your fucking twinkle eye, PlayStation update ass get in the ring? Nobody want to watch that shit. You know. So it's unfortunate, but again, for him to be telling you that he's gonna go over because he's trying to do something, come on now, that's horse shit. That's horse shit. Tell that to your buddies. Tell that to your two favorites who you give everything to because they can't get it on their own. You know, and see what happens over time. So moving on. So you had some frustrations with that. Was that it? Was that what inspired you to go, I'm out? Or was there more? Because I know that there's been a sense of abuse while y'all was over there with
There was
manipulation.
also the fact that they never allowed me and Ray to share the ring together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like
I remember that.
first, me and Ray
Yeah.
wanted to do a thing where me and him runs with the tag team division and
Yeah,
win the tag team titles.
Yep.
Never
yeah,
got to happen. They always put us in separate matches, and then after that, we were like, okay, well, we want to have me versus Ray. Then
yeah,
we want to both tear down the house in a powerful match.
yeah.
Never got put on the board. Never. When we talked about it, I've even recorded like 2 or 3 promos.
Yeah. Why do you think they did that? Why do you think they did that to you?
I don't know, man. Maybe jealousy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Jealousy.
they were definitely afraid that we were basically take the spotlight from their main stars. That's one thing.
Hmm. Was there like any issues that happened with either one of you guys with them that would have led to sort of we're just gonna fuck this person over situation or what that you could remember? Maybe you rubbed them the wrong way or
I don't think so.
I
I
think
never had a problem
I
with nobody.
matches. I think they were like threatened the way I produced the match and stuff.
well, I mean, I obviously, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, but obviously, if that guy has tried to tell you, oh, you got to cool it, with programming because he's trying to do cool stuff and you can't do it. Not only is that manipulation, but obviously that it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? That they don't want you doing cool shit. Obviously, he's jealous of you. You know what I mean? Um, that there was definitely someone who was definitely jealous of Devin that I'm not gonna name. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But because he was a better version than he ever will be. You
Mhm.
know, but you know, so you had the match with Billy, where I guess he,
Mm-hmm.
he fell off a cell or some really creative idea that they had over there, where he falls and whatever. So you what's some what else is going on that leads to y'all going, we're out?
I mean, we did get a call from you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
Yeah,
it
but I
was
wasn't
basically
I, I,
you
wa- I
saying
wasn't I wasn't reaching out to sign y'all. You know what I'm saying? I heard
that.
you I heard you was trying to get back, and I heard Ray
Yeah,
was trying to get back. Ray has
yeah.
appeared there's evidence on this channel that Ray has appeared at times in the comment area to, hey, I apologize, brother. Can we talk? Can I come back? I've seen it time and
Yeah.
time again.
I was
Some
trying to
people,
come back because I was able to get my console back, so I was like, I'm ready to hit the ground running to keep putting out because I was like I got my console back
yeah,
so I'm ready to come back for the next powwow. You know what I'm saying?
right. But the,
Yeah.
the thing is, before we talked, y'all had already been reaching out. You talked to
Yeah.
Shendon. Shendon talked to me about it.
Mhm.
Ray was trying to reach out, like in comments. Ray tried to reach out to me. All this stuff went on, and
Yeah.
before we talked, there had to have been that moment when both of y'all decided we're out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get to so that we can jump over into what happens next. You know what I mean? So I can understand better, and so people can understand better what happened. You said what?
I miss the friendship and stuff. That's why.
You mentioned that. You mentioned that, and Devin said that he had gotten his console situation fixed up, so he wanted to do more. But I'm trying to get to that moment when JTV came up in a conversation with both of you, and you both decided we're gonna go over there. We're going back over there. What happened, and why? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, I've been trying to get back in which
So you
even
stood
from the
like watching us from far and going, I need to get
yeah.
back. Or okay,
I tried keeping up with every episode, but it was kind of hard.
yeah,
But I watched majority of the episodes,
okay.
and
Thank you for that. We
and
appreciate it.
the first person who I tried to hit up was Colin because Colin had did a live stream, and I was trying to
Okay.
talk to Colin about returning, but Colin at the time I think was when he wasn't really talking to me, but like he
Yeah.
acknowledged that I was in the live stream.
Yeah.
Then I tried hitting up Jaden Nix, and I tried talking to Jaden,
Yeah.
and Jaden said, I don't run JTV.
Yeah.
Hit up Shendon, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know really who Shendon or you were, so like I was just getting mixed up. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, who are these people? Because at the time, I didn't really like I didn't really speak to y'all, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, who is he talking about? So then I was like, all right, let me see, checking my friends list because every single time I always if we're gonna all work together, I always try to give people a friend request.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to stay connected. So yeah, so then I finally found y'all guys, and I was like, all right, now I'm out. And then I got ignored, so then I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All
then
right.
I had brought that to Ray's attention. So I was
Yeah.
like, hey, yo, Ray, I'm trying to get back in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Ray was like, he was like, I want to get back in there too. I don't think that they would have me. Da 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 da. So then I was just like, I'm like, hey, bro, we gotta try to find a way back up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
We were still finishing up your part from the last show, Ray. Would you
Yeah.
like to add from your episode? Your exit to then getting back.
Yeah, I basically got like frustrated and stuff, and they weren't really doing that much with me. Yeah, Trey had me win being the first ever champion on WSX, but
Okay.
I felt that I could do more and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But my mental health basically got the better of me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
because I just lost my grandfather
I'm sorry.
and stuff. So that basically went through and stuff like that. So, and I basically missed the friendship with you. So that's why I decided to book it,
Yeah.
because I felt that hanging out with you, it was fun and stuff, playing video games and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Much better community too.
mhm.
Um. All right. So we saw Devin come back at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
They have stated that their reasons, some of their frustrations and interest in wanting to come back and be in a healthier place. And you got the opportunity, Devin, to go back in time a little bit when you came back. And I'm not just saying coming back. I mean getting in the ring.
Yeah.
So you got some of this action. And ironically, your first and next opponent was Colin Klein. Colin
Mhm.
Klein was in a match with you again in your return, and so was Adam
Yeah.
Connor, which I thought
Yeah.
this match was dope. I thought it was
Yeah.
outstanding. I thought you showed how talented you were. You know, you always get worried in situations like this because the concern is like, can I come back and like be good, if not better than I used to be in that promotion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
along with this dope ass arena, um, I was very happy to see that you succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter. You went out
Yeah.
and you put on a performance and you got back,
Yep.
you know, and you convinced me
Yeah.
that you deserve a JTV contract. I mean, you still got a lot of work to do, Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting for some more of that of the Kiloa pressure. I'm waiting. I want to see it. You know what I mean? I want to see it everywhere. I want to see you in comments. I want to see
Oh, you
you really
gonna see it
showing.
because I'm pitching a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
pitching a certain thing, and that certain thing is BKS versus you know what I'm saying, the La Familia. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homeboy OG, we
Oh
ready. You
man.
know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
man.
Shindy,
Why?
when
Oh,
you
wait a
ready,
minute.
come get some, brother.
A challenge.
Step
A
into the
challenge.
dark. They'll be
Challenge
waiting.
from Devin Kiloa to BKS, Shendon's BKS. Man, oh man, trust me, it's not going to take long for you to get an answer from that man. But let's talk about this man for a moment. Adam Connor, you got to meet this character for the first time in JTV Wrestling. A bit of
Mhm.
oddball is Adam Connor. You know, he's unique
Yeah,
in every sense of the word. He's unique, and
yeah.
you got to
What's funny
work with this guy.
What's funny is it was kind of like a full circle moment because he used to be a part of MPW way back
Okay.
when. He didn't have a character yet because I don't think he had the game system or anything. I didn't think he had a game system. I think is what it was. But yeah, we were going to have him, in MPW like when we first started.
Well, we need to talk about that.
Yeah,
We got to talk about that. First of all, I want to know how was it working with him coming back and Colin in that match?
it was amazing, bro. It was like the chemistry was still there. You know what I'm saying? It
Yep.
was all awesome, bro.
So
Let's
you
go,
enjoy
mama.
working with them. You would say they're good. They're talented. They're good talent.
Yeah.
Um. So going back to the MPW stuff. So
Yeah,
we got a
I
few
actually got a
commenters.
video of him versus Merc.
You said what now?
I have a video of him versus Two Twisted Merc at our grandest
Oh,
stage of fandom.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see if we got time to show it in a bit. Let's see if
Right.
we could get past all of our questions and everything, so Devin can continue his story, and then we'll go back to that. because there's a few questions here that also people have asked,
All right.
and
What the question?
I want you. Well, we're not going to get to them now. We'll get to them in a bit.
Okay.
So was there any pressure, nervousness? What was going through your mind? Not just having this match, but coming back to JTV. What is in your mind and your heart now, after everything you've learned?
What was going through my mind was they gonna feel this. They gonna hear this. They gonna see this. They gonna see Devin Kiloa back at it again, hyping himself up, ready to prove to the world yet again that I'm the best. That's what was going through my mind. I was like, you know what? I've been slowed down elsewhere. So I was like, you know what? I want to show people what I'm capable of. So that's what my mindset was going into this match.
I mean, I think you got a lot of respect coming back to being in a championship match. Your first match back is you don't see that too often in a lot of places. And you guys rocked the house for this match. Came up short this time around. I guess it's gonna be bittersweet when you do get Colin back, huh? And get the title.
Oh, I'm getting that title. Colin, my boy, but I'm getting that title.
What do you think about Jaden Nix as a talent?
Honestly, I have a lot of respect for Jaden Nix because, way back when he was in the MPW, he was the only person who said, that he saw something in me. He was like, yeah, I'm not ready just yet to be world champion, but, there was something there. You know what I'm saying? So that still resonated with me. So that's why, he's a chill dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he can be really really talented, have really good matches when he applies himself right. I mean I think it's good TV. You guys going at it, and I asked obviously because y'all had run-ins in the past. I wanted to say something before we continue. Now that we are into the second hour while we watch this classic match, I thought it was very very interesting that you felt a certain way when Malcolm Berry came on here on the show to talk to me.
Yeah.
I would like for you to be able to tell them your side, for me to say my side. So I think maybe I'll do this just for a refresher. Malcolm Berry came on here, and I have known Malcolm Berry to be sort of an honest liar. Let's just put it that way. In the past, Barry has been sneaky in the past with Ray, at a time when they had people telling them things that weren't true and just sort of guiding them into an abyss, if you ask me, because that's really what it was. Now, with that said, and you're there, Ray, if you want to interrupt me and you want to say I'm wrong or whatever, you both are there anytime. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. When that was going on, past that point, I learned a lot from Ray and Barry by this time. So with Barry coming on here at first and safely lying at the beginning to protect everybody, which I didn't know. I thought he was just lying to be fake, if I have to be honest. Finding out after that he was really doing it to kind of keep everybody safe and protected because he was not trying to instigate any drama. I do give him respect for that, and that's why I said, a lot of people was mad at him for coming on here lying. You know what? He was man enough to come back on here with me, not live, but we put our video together, we talked, and I gave him the opportunity to correct himself, and I definitely said my part. I give him respect for that. I found it interesting that you felt the way that you feel. Would you like to add anything? I mean, there isn't much to add, but I just thought we should probably,
main reason why I felt some type of way is because Barry's my guy. He's one of my closest friends because we've gotten close throughout the years. He stayed in MPW and was loyal to MPW, loyal to me and Ray. You know, anytime
Right.
anybody talked bad about me, you know, he freaking was like one of the first people to snap on these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When
Right.
they were called, you know, Ray a racist, which we all know was not the case. You know,
We know that.
Barry was the
Absolutely.
first person who shot out there. So then, you know, when we all came back cool with JTV and everything, you know, I was like, everybody's treating him different, but he's been here
Yeah.
for Ray 24/7. So I'm like, why is
Yeah.
everybody, you know, I get that y'all had problems with him in the past, but I'm just like, you know, hey man, everybody needs to just, you know, move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dude,
Right.
yeah, that happened in the past. I'm more lenient to the future. What's going on now? What's in the now? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep.
Right. Absolutely. Um, yeah, man, what was really going on, and we got Barry, by the way. I want to highlight this. Barry said thank you, Devin. He's showing you love in the comment.
Welcome, bro.
I'm saying this right now. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Me and Barry are good. I have no problem with Barry. Barry to me as a kid, I can't put myself in the same mind with Barry. I feel like a bully if I do. I This wasn't about digging up the past with him. You know, this was just about him telling his story. All of y'all had
Yeah.
your stories because you know you went through hard shit while you was away from JTV, shit that you didn't need to go to. You just needed to be here. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? You would have been
Mhm.
here with us. Everything would have been good. So
Yeah.
Barry was getting the opportunity to tell his story. You know what I mean? And this is old news. We're past this already. I found
Yeah.
out you had an issue with it, and my thing was I'm cool with that because that's how he feels. He's entitled to feel that way. I like for
Yeah.
people to be able to have their opinion. I don't like when people want to try to be like, you know, this or that. But you know, that's the reason I'm explaining myself because I wanted to be well understood why I made the decisions that I made. Okay. Um, I was not going to come on here and allow someone to continue to put something out that wasn't accurately depicted. You know,
Yeah.
and that's for anybody. It could be you. It could be anybody. I don't care who's on here. If something is fugazi, I'm gonna say something about it, and that's why my reputation and call by the mouth of some people is not good. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that honesty. They don't like the truth. They like to be able to enable friends, support friends even when they're wrong, and to do whatever they want. I don't work that way. You know what I mean? Shendon's my guy. He's my top guy. Yeah, you know, I have to. It's my job to make sure that I take care of that character, but I take care of everybody. I take care of every single
Hmm.
person on the roster, and I encourage every single person to be world champion, every single person to be top dog, top woman, whatever. I encourage everybody. Um, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit because at times I have gotten a feeling like there's some sort of tension between us. And I just wanted to be able to call it out and to ask and to find out and understand, is there some tension between us or are we good?
I mean, you know, it's me getting to, you know you. You know what I'm saying? It's not real tension per se, but it's just like I mainly had so much that people were telling me, you know, back then. So I'm trying to like debunk those things. So it's not that I'm like, you know,
And what are
we
some
have
of these things that people were telling you about me?
basically like, you know, you're controlling,
Uh-huh. Hmm.
you know, you try to take over everything,
Okay.
you're toxic, you know, normal
Okay.
stuff that they were saying about Ray, basically. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair, right? You know, you just came back, you're still getting to know me. You're not sure for sure if you could trust me or
Yeah.
not. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think I've shown you respect. I think I've put you
Yeah.
over countless times without needing to do that shit. I think I spoke highly of you when you haven't really earned that too much yet. You know what I'm saying? You still got a lot to earn, and I've been selling you like you're a big deal. I think you are a big deal.
Yeah.
I think you're a huge star. I know how good of a talent you are. You know what I mean? So I think I've
Yeah.
earned a little bit of respect to go. If this guy's putting me over, letting me go on here live and doing everything he can to make me a bigger star, I don't know. My word, I think that sums up a little bit of respect. You know,
Yeah.
um, sometimes I can't read you. I don't know what's going on with you. You have your life. You have your own thing going on. Um, I feel tension sometimes when you join some of our parties, and it don't matter what the situation is. I'm making it well understood that I don't have an issue with you. I am still doing my part, and I am working with you. And there's people on this
Hmm.
roster that I have had issues with, and we made our peace. And there's people that have had, I don't know, um, I guess issues with me, and I don't make it my mission to ruin their career like some of the places you've been at. You know what I mean? I guess you don't know
Yeah.
that. I have to prove that to you in time if you still having doubts about me, but you're going to find out in time that that's not how I do things. I've had my issues with Knicks. I've had my issues with Corey, a bunch of people. Look at that hot garbage. The trash can was burning on top of the table. But
Hmm.
yeah, no, in all seriousness, I've had issues with people on the roster right now, and I don't try to hold them back or nothing like that. You know, me and Jaden Nix had problems, and I didn't want to push him at one point because we had issues. Because uh, Nix re-signed with us, and then he wanted to be buddy buddies with someone that he knew was like in the blacklist section. You know what I mean? And my thing was like, that's cool,
Hmm.
but there's some people in the past that felt like they didn't see an issue with them being friends with people that try to do horrific things to my relationship with them or to other people. They thought, oh, it's not my problem, so I'm cool with them. Okay. If you're cool with them, don't judge others when they want to feel a certain way. That's what if that's what you're going to do. I'm not saying that's you. I'm stating that
Hmm.
that's Nick's. That's Nick's and what he did with someone. You know what I mean? Wanted to buddy buddy this person after he signed on the dotted line and came back. And I don't have a problem with Knicks. I'm only putting this out there as an example, so others can hear and you can hear from me. You know,
Hmm.
anytime I have an issue, I'm going to tell you. Anytime that, you know, I have an issue with anybody, if it's not private, uh, it's good like this because they get to hear both sides and my stories don't change. So that's just where I'm at. I feel like there's something there between us. I sincerely hope we could get past it. I'm making it well understood we don't have any issues of any kind. I really like for you to be more involved, with everything going on. Make your name
Yeah.
get more out there. You know what I'm saying? Make it well understood that you're alive. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You don't always need to be coming around to say hi, everybody. You know what I mean? I get that. You got stuff
Yeah.
going on. But if we could see more from you in the comments and everywhere and maybe a promo once in a while on Facebook or whatever, I think it'd be cool. You know what I mean? I miss the
Yeah.
active JTV 19 days when people would post promos. We need to get
Hmm.
back to that, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, just putting that out there. Um and I think we
Yeah.
could start taking some questions now. We're 2 hours and almost 25 minutes into the show. Let's see what questions we have. So let's see if we can go back. So it says here in order. Uh, okay, we already did this one. Shenda has an interesting question. He says, "Who are the talents that you would feel like would make an epic storyline with in JTV wrestling?" So, who do you see yourself creating more magic with in JTV, or who do you want to compete against to give you dream matches?
Okay. Jaden Nix is definitely one of them.
Yep.
I see
Uh,
that. I see that.
uh, and thanks to 2K25's new men versus women thing,
Mhm.
Oh,
I
here we go.
mean, I kind of threw this, in one of the times me and this person was in the chat. I
Mm.
kind of want to go at Jocelyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jocelyn Havoc,
Yep.
a barbaric weapons match. What about Amber Rocks? I guess you wouldn't mind that one along the way, huh?
The mixed tag team.
I mean,
The more the merrier.
maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Ray, did you just say
Very-
mixed tag team? Come on, man. This is JTV channel, okay, not HBO. All right. You keep
Huh?
your soft core till after 2 a.m. All right, Ray? He said mixed tag.
Mixed tag.
Come on.
basically me and Amber versus
Come on,
Devin and Jocelyn.
Oh, look at this dude. He just signed a match right now. He booked a match.
He gotta throw himself in this. He gotta throw himself in it.
I mean, throw
the
himself in
siblings
it.
versus the friends.
I think when Ray wrestles is healthy for any show. Ray's another guy that's talented.
Yeah.
You couldn't give this man enough credit because he also, just like Devin, could do it all. He's got the look. He could talk or be a character, and he could wrestle. For those that've seen Ray PvP wrestle, yeah, and you watch Ray wrestle every time you watch MPW, because for the cinematic matches that take place, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It blows my mind, to be honest with you, because if you're still producing MPW, I don't know how you're still not doing PvP, because you could do it.
Yeah,
you could literally do it. You have the ability to do it. If these matches are not like AI going against AI, and you're in there working, you got to get your ass in that ring, because you could still work. And that's just, you do with that thought what you will. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go back to Devin, and I'm gonna see if I got what's this say? I guess let's put this up on the screen. So Shendon asked, what are the goals you want to complete before retirement, both in JTV and MPW, Devin?
Okay, so JTV, I want to win a championship for sure.
Okay.
Definitely win a championship in JTV. MPW, I want to have build a legacy to where when I'm gone, people still remember what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they will, Devin. They will. They will.
Yeah.
And what I like is that every step you've taken in call has been towards progression, positivity, and better. Not all of us are in call for the same reason. We should be, but we're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you for being that guy. You know what I mean? Being someone who is trying to bring positivity and wants to be remembered for something good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I give you credit I give you all the respect in the world for that. So I just want to say that. Do we have any more questions? Do y'all have any more questions for Devin Kiloa? Maybe even for Ray? Let us know. We're getting ready to close out at some point. I think we covered a lot.
Yep.
A lot more than I thought we was going to be able to cover. But it's been fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a great show. For not having no script and everything, I mean, this has been very professional somehow.
I still have the Wrestle Fandom video up.
Yeah, let's put that thing up. Let me know when you got the video up, and
it's up. I'm just waiting for me to press play.
Okay, hold on a moment.
Yep.
Let's
try to get that up, and let's see what we'll take questions.
This right here is a crazy vibe match right here.
3 stages of the freaking hell.
This match right here, me and Ray was playing PvP basically.
Yeah.
But we were playing it we were playing it on share screen, not
Oh, let me know
the other
when
way.
you're ready, Jay.
Um,
Uh,
go ahead. You could show it.
all right.
You're
Okay. So yeah, this is a 3 stages of hell match. Is it? Yeah, it's playing now. This is the
Another one
3
of my
stages.
favorite match types. Two Twisted Merc right there.
so I've heard the name get thrown around. Tell me a little bit about that guy.
He's from FAM. He's one of the greats in FAM. You know, and storyline wise, he's basically Devin Kilo's mentor,
Yep.
and that was the story that me and Ray was trying to create. Basically, he was my mentor. You know, he brought me to the dance basically, but
Yeah.
the full destination was supposed to be FAM.
Yep.
Right.
And he returned to FAM without me. So now he tried to come here when his contract with FAM failed or was done. So then, he tried to come here, and I'm like, yo, I'm big and popping. I'm the big fish now. And you the, little tadpole in this big old pond that I'm ruling over. And now you trying to eat off me. So yeah. And then I'm like, and then like, I call him old because he's been around for a long time. So I'm like, you old? Yeah, this version of me right here.
Yeah.
This version right here.
Yeah, that version.
Yeah.
When he was in Tokyo. This was in Tokyo for WrestleFan.
Yeah, this was my special Tokyo Dome attire. This wasn't like attire that I currently just rock every single day. Like this was especially just for this event.
Yeah, because Devin said he's home.
Yeah. So the thing about the whole reason why my tattoos change is because at the time I didn't have my tattoos like I got them off of like the what's it called CC. So I didn't have my own tattoos to make them match up every year. I got my tattoos from the CC. Yeah. But now I'm starting to try to make my character constantly look the same every year. Not the same as in same attire, but like the same face, the same tattoos. I'm trying to. It's hard though because certain tattoos, just don't look right anymore. Got the fear me on the side.
This arena took a while to put together. You could say.
Yep. What the neon colors. Yep.
Yep.
A thing of beauty. I don't like generic shit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God, the Carpe Diem Network.
I know that. Just see that logo.
Oh my God, that was a blast from the past. Way from the past. R.I.P. to my homeboy. Yeah, but yeah. And shout out to the homie John. We still cool, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So the reason why Devin chose the 3 stages of hell because what happened with the first night, it was.
Oh yeah. So originally it was supposed to be a first blood match. It was originally supposed to be a first blood match, but I was like, you know what? The women they had the steel cage. I think it was just a steel cage match, right?
No, it was a Hell in a Cell with Magic.
Yeah, they made a Hell in a Cell. So I was like, you know what? We need to step up. I was like, we need to step up because like a girl tossed one girl and she broke both the announcer tables with just one power bomb. I was like,
and also she used comment.
And our match is gonna be a first blood match. Like, come on. I was like, we gotta come better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. So I was like, all right, we're gonna make it 3 stages.
Well, wait a minute. We're having a problem. We're having a problem. Something going on. The same.
What?
That same Knicks here. Nick Ken is here.
You all
What does
really
Nick
Ken-
thought that shit was fucking funny. Mentioning my daughter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch your mouth, man. You come in here pulling that shit. You gotta
Bruh,
say something, and what you gotta
do
say?
you
What do you
know?
want?
Do you know whose time you on? This is the problem, Devin Kiloa's time, not your time. You know what I'm saying? So you already had your lane behind episode.
Oh,
All right, you already had your time. This is my time. All right, this is prime time, Devin Kiloa. You know what I'm saying?
Shut
So you can
the
go shut
fuck
your
up,
mouth
Devin.
and sit down somewhere.
oh!
This may be about you, but why not we talk about what the challenge is that you laid out for me on the next episode? I know you got some shit planned.
Mm-mm.
You see, your whole thing is you're talking about what happened in the past. So I'm gonna just say your past is gonna return.
Mm.
But you don't know what I mean by that, but you will see
You'll
what I mean
find
by
out-
that.
You find out this Monday.
Man, where's
What,
Chris
is Jacob
Conscience when
Server
you need
coming
him?
back or some shit?
You will have to find out, partner.
Yeah, you find out this. You find out this Monday. What happens?
Oh, this Monday. So let's talk about this Monday. You guys, this Monday or this Sunday, we want to make sure. So you guys got a show coming out this weekend, huh?
This Monday,
What
Yep.
time?
same time on Raw. 8
So
o'clock p.m.
so this Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. What Eastern time?
Yep.
You're
That's the
gonna
plan.
the page or the channel is linked in the description right
Mhm.
now. If you want to subscribe to FPW,
And the thing about it is, I'm gonna just say this. You see, the reason why, 'cause I know a lot of people want to ask, Devin, why didn't you go as the main event? The reason why is
You'll
because
find out.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the new bloods. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the new bloods. That's how I am. Yeah, I'm a legend. Yes, I've done it all. I don't want to keep on sitting there, headlining week after week after week, making everybody else's matches feel small. I want their match to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I'm starting the show. And when I start the show and beat this little jabroni, because that's exactly what I plan on doing, is beating this little jabroni, he gonna know that he can never, ever challenge me again for my world title as long as I'm champion, which is the stipulation that we both said yes to.
Mhm.
oh,
Little Nick.
oh, how that man fall
Well,
off
I'll tell
like
you
that?
this right now, Devin.
Mhm.
You seem to have forgotten a little something. I could go on and win the Royal Elimination.
Against 39
You
stars.
could
29 superstars.
if you win it, but you're not gonna win it because guess what? I'm gonna make sure that you don't win it. I'm gonna make sure your life is ruined because you see the same thing that your boyfriend Jacob tried to cause.
Oh my
Now
God!
you're here trying to cause that exact same thing. You
Oh
want my
my
downfall, but you won't be able to get it.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
You see what happened to Merck? That can happen to you too.
mm. For the JTV fans who don't know about the Royal Elimination, what is the Royal Elimination?
It's a Royal Rumble, but this year we're gonna make it different. You ain't going over to the top rope. You're getting knocked out. 2-man start.
Oh, by the
150.
way, just a quick little something for you, Impact. This match that's on screen right now, I was on before Devin. That was my debut match against Grim
Oh.
Cadillac. And ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, come on!
guess what happened? I beat
We
Grim
all know
Cadillac's
what
ass and sent
happened.
him packing.
Your 2 minutes of fame. We already know. Nobody cares about your 2 minutes of fame. You already had your episode. All right, little nigga. This is my episode, little nigga.
Oh man.
So bow down to your king, all right?
Oh man.
I'll bow down to you when you're done kissing Trey Jeter's ass.
One, your
Oh.
mama already bowed down to the king already, so you can stop that right now. And
What
not
is
only did your
that?
mom do that, your daughter did too. Your wife did too. You know what I'm saying? You tickled my funny bones, if you know what I mean.
Right? Either hold my ass
Now
back
back to
or I
what I
am
was
going to
saying.
beat his sorry ass right here and now, and I am not waiting until Monday.
Oh yeah, it's no disqualification.
Hold on, Nick. You see, you said that you're not waiting till Monday. You already know who I am, right? Not only am I your champion, but I'm your boss. So you lay your hand on me, nigga, and
Get
you
your
fired.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson ass comment out of here, you piece of shit.
Oh.
Why don't you go
That's
to
funny.
Hollywood like your cousin and do that same bullshit with them?
Oh, just wait until what
Okay, you won. You won.
do to your
You
son.
won to talk.
In a
You
couple
won to
of
talk. You see, Nick. Your son knows who his tribal king is. Your daughter knows who her tribal king is. Your wife now knows who her tribal king is. When are you gonna know? When are you gonna learn that you disrespect me, you disrespect my family, and that's gonna make a big problem for you? You see, your boyfriend Jacob kept doing the exact same thing, disrespecting me on a day in and day out. And what happened to him? He got put out. And I mean literally. Brian Cyclone, thank you. Best money I've ever spent. So now, you, my boy, are going to get put out. But this time, I'm not going to use Brian Cyclone. I'm going to just use myself. I'm going to demolish you. And then after that, you're going to be in the hospital. And then when you finally get well, because I know you're probably going to think that, oh, they're going to be a way for me to try to get back my rematch calls. When you freaking try to come back, you're going to remember that beating, and then you're just going to fade away. Because you're going to know that you can't box with me. You can't box with him. You cannot box with the great one whose name is Devin Kilowa, nigga. I'm the best, and I will always be the best. And you know, they said to be the best, you got to beat the best, and I've beaten the very best. Unlike you, who have you beaten? Grim Cadillac, an old geezer. Okay.
I agree.
Who else have you beaten? I'll wait.
Thanks.
Oh.
No one else. You see, I've beaten legends. I've beaten tons of people. You have not beaten. You had the audacity to get yourself gone from this company, come back after you only had 2 matches here, and thinking that you demanded a freaking title shot. Dog.
Because I deserved it.
You deserve it. Oh, you deserve it. Okay, you deserve it. You deserve it. Okay.
I deserved it more
You
than
know who else
Kevin
deserves
Wolf
something?
should have. I
You
should
know
have
who else
deserved it more
deserves
than
something?
Jacob Serber should have.
See, this is where it all comes back. Jealousy over your boyfriend. You see, you were jealous of him because they trying to do what he did, and the only reason why he did it is because he tapped out somebody else. It was not me. He can't beat me. You can't beat me. Freaking deck on your freaking deck on he, she, me, she, we, she, they, she. Freaking deck on girlfriend cannot beat me. Okay, none of y'all can beat me, and that's where it all stems from. You see, y'all all want to face this man right here, Devin Kilowa, but y'all can't. You can't beat me. You won't beat me, and it's just facts. It's just facts because you know that I'm better, and I've always been better. I rock the mic better. My drip is better. I am better than you. And you're just scared of it. You scared of it. But it's all right. You could be scared of it. Because let me just tell you, I'm Thanos of this whole place. I am Thanos. I will snap. And when I snap, you will fade to exist. You will fade to black. You will be gone. You'll be ghost. You won't even be here no more, bro. Because I'm getting tired of little jabronis like you telling me that I can't do this, I can't do that, when I prove you wrong every time.
Mm.
You see, you run your mouth every single week, running your mouth about this, about that. It doesn't matter. You, my friend, are nothing. You are a zero. And the crazy thing about it is I'm your daughter's hero, your wife's hero, and I guess now I have another son because, Tyson respects my bloodline and my lineage. Unlike you. So now, basically, let's just say I'm the replacement you because I am better than you. And I will always be better than you. So your family is now my family. But the thing about it is, you're not. You're going to be ghosted. And you're not going to exist anymore. And I'm done talking to this little jabroni here. Now, more questions?
Damn. Well, Nick, is there anything?
The most dangerous man in this industry is the one who has nothing left to lose. And Devin, trust me when I say, if I have to go to my last resort, I'll kill you.
You see, kill, that's funny. You see, there was one person who tried to kill you, but it was a pellet gun. You see, now when I shoot, it ain't gonna be no pellet gun. It ain't gonna be no BB gun. It's gonna be a real gun. You're gonna be dead. You're not gonna be living no more. You're not gonna be breathing. You're not gonna be on this earth. And you can say whatever you want, that you're a soul reaper, you're this, you're that. But that doesn't mean nothing. Because you're gonna just be a memory. Honestly, you're not even gonna be a memory because nobody cares. Nobody cares about Nick Kaikan. And nobody will care about Nick Kaikan. Dude, you don't even care about yourself because you don't believe in yourself. And that's all I'm trying to let you know. You don't believe in yourself. You say that you're this, you're going to be the next champion, you're going to be the best babyface. You don't believe it. You don't believe. Nothing. You don't have passion. You are just a dry, wet noodle. You just sit there. You know what? I'm going to run this place. I'm going to be champion one day. Yes. No. You think that I got to where I'm at because I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for my moment. No, I took my moment. And you are not taking any moments. You just run your mouth and you claim that you're ready. You claim that you're big in tubes. You claim that you're big time, but you're not big time. You're not even prime time. You're not even the freaking daggone time of any time. You are just a joke. You are washed up just like your boyfriend. Y'all are nothing. You see, I'm taking over this company. I've raised this company. This company is my baby. I raised this company. You see, this company was falling before I took over the reign. But now you want to come in and try to tell me that, oh, you're going to end up ending my career. You're going to end me. You're going to beat me. You're going to kill me. Guess what?
It's not working.
Before you want to talk about killing careers, get one.
Damn. Damn.
First blood. And Nick might be bleeding this Monday.
He might be bleeding this Monday. What? Skull Brotherhood confirmed. Well, I will say, as we get ready to close the show out in about 10 minutes, I will say that I've enjoyed this a lot. This has been very fun. That sounds like a threat, what you're saying, but I don't know about you guys tuning in, but I'm definitely looking forward to this Monday's MPW show for sure. I'm excited, and I would definitely be watching that over Monday Night Raw. That's for sure. I guarantee you. So
I'm just going to tell you guys right now, Devin.
Go ahead, Nick.
You may, and if you end up winning, just know that may have been plan A. Trust me when I say there is always.
I think he fell asleep.
There is always a plan C. There is always a plan B. I don't care how many letters of the alphabet I have to go, but trust me when I say Plan A, I'm not ready for because
That
Armageddon
man
will
ain't got no
come,
respect for
and
you.
then
You
no
know,
one will be
first
safe.
of all,
Oh, he
somebody
done?
get
He's done?
whatever medic.
He's done? He's finally done?
Wow.
He don't respect you one bit, Nick. He ain't got no respect for you. That man ain't got no respect for you. I
You
thought
see,
we
Nick?
was gonna have to get Kiloa some bear tranquilizer medicine or some shit for a moment with the way he was sleeping. But he got something to say to you, Nick. Go ahead, Devin.
You see, Nick?
Yeah.
To get respect, you need to earn it. And trust me, nigga, you haven't earned a dang thing from me.
Oh.
And that is hardcore facts. You see, there's only a couple people in this business that I do respect.
Mm.
Just to name a few. Ray, you know I respect you. That's my bro. OG,
Mm.
you know I respect you too, my boy.
Mm.
You know, I respect Impact, you know what I'm saying? I respect them, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that touched my heart. That
I
man
respect
right there.
Shinden. But the thing about it is, the one thing I don't like is that he thinks he's the only king. That's all I gotta say. You think you're the only king?
Shit.
There's other kings, man. There's other kings. You can call yourself the greatest king all you want, but we don't know until we test that. Until king versus king, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You see, this is how you know I don't give a dang about Nick Kaiken. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm planting seeds from future dream matches because Nick, you ain't on my level, my boy. You see, if we talking Dragon Ball Z, I'm Goku. If you anybody, you're Yajirobe.
Oh shit. Downplayed you.
Damn.
I would have said Krillin. But Krillin at least got some nice things. He got a nice wife. You got an okay wife. She's alright. She ain't nothing special though. The only thing that you got that's special is that daughter of yours. That's it.
Oh, so you're just gonna ignore Mark Bannon over here?
That other one either, because them two were some trash behind women. I'm talking about Felicia. How you doing, baby? But back to what I was saying. You see, Nick, you try to act like you have it. You act like you have that cockiness, that arrogantness. You try to act like you are better than everyone, but you're not. Your poop stinks, my dude. Your poop stinks. You see, being on top of that, you bring in your little boy toy, Nick Storm, over here to call your matches. Oh, yeah. Nick Kaiken's great. Yeah, he's a great superstar. No, he's not. He sucks. Who doesn't suck is this guy right here. You see, because all these people tuned in to hear me speak, not you. You thought people were here for you. They were just bots. The people here, they're here because I have the mic, not you. And I'm sorry, Ray, you my guy. But they're not here to hear you either. They're here to hear me. They're here to hear what Devin Kiloa has to say. Not what freaking Nick Kaiken, the Poindexter from Dexter's Laboratory, has to say. I'm sorry, man, dog. So, you know, I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say I ate that up, you know. In Mandark's words, chew. Yeah, I chewed that up. I know. But back to what I had to say about you, Nick. When we face off, when I beat you once again, we all gonna know that I'm better. I'm more talented. I'm more clever than you. over. You see, Nick, when our match ends, when those lights turn off, I'm going to let you do one thing for me, and that is marinate in your failures. Try to get better, because I want to believe in you. I want to believe that you can beat me. I want to. You think I'm freaking want to keep on still being on top? No, it's just nobody can step up. Nobody can beat me. Shoot, you think I want to freaking take a vacation? Yes, I would love to take a vacation, but I can't, because you know why? There's always people trying to step up, but they're not there yet. They're not there yet, or they're not ever going to be there. And I want to see you be there, but but you're not. You're not, because you don't believe it yourself. You can cut all the promos you want, but when we get into the ring, what happens? Failure after failure after failure after failure. You see, I'm tired of you being the thought of people saying that you're going to take me down. The thought of saying that you're going to take me down really irritates me, because, you know, I know when I'm cooked. And trust me, homie, I'm not cooked. You can't cook me. You see, Ray, when I face Ray, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Facing you, it's 99-1. You see, I'm the 90. You're the 1. You see, Nick, you think you're going to be able to beat me, but you're not going to. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Even if you even somehow weaseled BKS to helping you, it still wouldn't work. Because you see, Devin Kiloa also has people behind him as well. You see, you know of my bro OG. He's going to be introduced to my homeboy Kamara too, if you try to step up to me. You see, I'm getting tired of people always threatening me and my family. You see, family means everything to me. So you threatened my family multiple times, Nick. That's the reason why I come hard on you like this. Pause.
I'm coming, and I'm coming hard, boy.
Now back to what I was saying. You try so hard to say that you're the best, to say that you're the GOAT, to say that you're the next one who's going to beat me. You're going to be my replacement. The thing about it is, you can't even feel Jacob's shoes. What makes you think you can feel my shoes?
Keep that lousy ass kid's name out your fucking mouth.
You see,
nothing.
Oh my god.
See. I struck a nerve, didn't I? Use that. Use that. I want to see you use it. I want to see you use the anger that I'm giving to you right now. Use that. But the thing about it is, it still won't be enough. It won't be enough. You see, I've beaten gladiators. I've beaten titans. I've beaten gods. I've beaten Burke Lawson, for God's sakes. Who have you beaten? Once again, Grim Cadillac. Exactly. That's it. That's all you have beaten. Grim Cadillac. You got lucky and you beated my brothers in a tag team match. Whoopity-doo. You beat Jacob recently. Jacob Kiloa, not Jacob, your boyfriend. But you probably beat him too, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Damn.
He's wondering if you like meatballs with your spaghetti, Nick. Damn. He's wondering if when you eat the but never mind. Never mind, man. We getting ready to close the damn show out. Y'all are crazy, man.
Yeah, you know what?
So,
Fuck
ladies
it
and
at
gentlemen,
this point, I'll see your ass Monday, bitch.
Hey, this Monday, 8 p.m., right, Ray?
Yep.
Eastern time.
Yep.
This Monday, right on the channel that's on the description to this video, you can subscribe to MPW, watch all this action.
subscribe
If
to
you enjoy it.
MPW. Yup.
It's all there. This is where y'all chip in. Go ahead. You too, Nick. What you
Subscribe to
gotta say?
MPW. And also, catch me on JTV. Catch me everywhere because I'm worldwide. I'm universal. I'm the greatest thing walking, the greatest thing talking. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all catch me everywhere. And your boy out. Devin Kiloa. Out.
All right. So I don't know if he left or not, but just want to thank y'all for being on the show, being a guest. This has been great. For no script, I think we knocked it out the park.
Kaiken over Kiloa.
This has been fantastic. Looking forward to the show on Monday. I want to thank all of y'all. Ray, I want to thank you for coming on, helping me out with some of this great footage you showed for us here today. And you know, the best of luck to all of you in MPW. Hope everything works out well. God bless all of y'all tuning in. Once again, we want to send special happy birthday message to Funky Man, Funky Carter, no kills, no damage, and of course Corey Flash.
Okay, I want to take this time to just bring something up. Apparently, Mark, he's feeling a little bit disrespected that Devin was not answering his questions.
I mean, is Devin required to answer his questions?
He was asking, and Mark was left on red.
Well, I mean, we I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably a few questions that we missed, but I think that Mark should probably go see Devin about that. You know, get it right from the
I'm
source.
sure he will.
But once again, want to thank y'all for tuning in. This has been a great episode. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. And we're fixing to close out here. Thank y'all once again. Subscribe to MPW. Subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button. And y'all be easy, man. Y'all be easy. Have a good night and a good rest of the weekend. Ciao for now. Top that if you can.
And don't be a lazy ass, everybody.
And we'll see you the next time on episode 16 of the City of Impact. And I got a very, very special guest coming to the show. I'm not going to say who it is, but stay tuned. Y'all be easy. Peace.